Hello everybody and welcome back to the greatest live show of all time. That is right, everybody. Today we're doing yet another episode of lettuce maxing. That's right, everybody. It's like dead channel maxing, which is like algorithm maxing, but with lettuce instead of maximizing the extent to which we do well or poorly in the algorithm. Now, what does that mean? All zero of you are asking. I have no idea. With that being said, I hope you're all doing well. Hello, Scrumble. You are the first person in chat. Congratulations. Hello, Angel HH. Hello, Elliot Can Animate. Hello, Jan P. Hello, Jagger Hensley. Hello, Michael Rogers St. Dennis. I cannot speak properly today. Hello, The Sword. Hello, Muffin Lord 43. I may or may not include timestamps in the description below, depending on whether or not we cover the whole bunk talking about Chud Logic stream today or tomorrow. Now, the sad thing about this stream in particular is the fact that you can't really rewind.
So I feel bad. I feel like I'm just like shit-chatting.
So I'm like not able to do that. Now, he's currently talking to somebody called Queeman, who is also streaming that I can rewind the VOD of. So I might just watch it from Queeman's perspective. We'll have to see. Who knows? Hello, Batao Crafter. Good to see you too. Hello, MJ Johnson. Hello, Caleb's Art. Hello, Muffin Lord 43. Hello, The Sword. Anyways, hello, 33. Wait, did I already say hello to you? I added you on Discord. Can I get an invite to the server? Maybe in a bit. Hello, Cheetah Man. Hello, Naran. Hello, Felix XX. I hope you're all doing well today. But yeah, I've just been watching this live stream from Bunk. If you search Bunk Politics, their channel will show up. You'll be able to watch their stream, and yeah, I've been having too much of a good time, but I need to make my own content. Yeah, I don't know. We'll have to see. With that being said, hello, Trap Bunny saying started estrogen yesterday. Congratulations. I'm glad to hear that. With that being said, chat, do we cover the debate between Queeman and Bunk? Or should I just do a regular just chatting stream and cover all that stuff tomorrow? I'm actually not sure what I want to do. I mean, I don't know. It's up to you guys. What do you guys want? What do you want me to cover? Yeah, well, that's the real question. But yeah, with that being said, I could do just chatting today and then drama slop tomorrow. Or we could do drama slop today and just chatting tomorrow. Or maybe some of each, both days, who knows? My vote's just chatting stream. What's new today? Not much. Because I do kind of want to cover it while it's going down, while it's recent, etc. But I don't know, because like tomorrow I'm thinking of doing a stream called Chud Logic Was Never Innocent, ... with a crusty photo of him in the thumbnail. But live drama slop is always fun. Yeah, I think I might just watch Queeman's perspective of it, because I can't scroll back on the VOD from Bunk, which is really annoying because I want to watch it on Bunk's end. I think that Bunk's end is probably better based on because that's what I've been watching, but I can't scroll back, sadly. I really wish I could. Unless they're multi-streaming on another platform that you can scroll back on, but anyways. Chud Logic, was that your guy back in the day? No, I never liked Chud Logic. I always thought he was weird and bad at making content. I didn't know all of the lore. As far as like any accusations against him, I wasn't aware of any like real wrongdoing. Because I had just written it off on the basis of other people writing it off as just nothing burger, drama slop. Oh, he was getting falsely accused. But I never actually looked into it. Bunk has looked into it, and I saw what the messages were. Bunk showed them to me and a few other people on their Discord server. We all kind of agreed that, yeah, this guy is a complete weirdo. This guy is a freak. You know, what he's doing is technically not illegal necessarily, but like,
I don't know, man. It's kind of bad. It's not the best thing ever.
Anyways. Hi, I love your necklace. Thank you, Luna. Bro, I'm sorry. My voice feels very off today. It's very sad. You can rewind and watch at a faster speed. Yeah, that's what I was gonna do with Bunk's stream specifically. But like, if you look here, right, I literally can't, right? Whereas with with Queeman's stream, you can. So I have it set up for what I think is the beginning of the conversation, I think. Or at least when he starts talking about bunk. So, yeah. I mean, I don't know. Keep in mind, Chud Logic is 33 years old. And this person that he was talking to, well, she was actually 17. Like, she was 17 in actuality. She said that she was 18. But that's still really weird, right? For a 33-year-old content creator to start flirting with somebody who is young enough to be in high school. I don't know. I just think that that's, well, a bit fucking strange, right? Again, I'm not going to say that he's like a full-on PDF file or anything like that. I'm not going to make a crazy claim like that, right? Like, I'm not somebody that's in favor of levying false accusations, but it's still really weird, it's gross, and I would say that it's immoral for sure, right? Just because something isn't illegal, just because he's not literally a PDF file, doesn't mean that it's morally justifiable. Like, yeah, sure, she was technically 18. Okay, sure, you could claim that they're both technically legal adults, right? But it's still morally wrong. For example, would you all in chat agree that, I don't know, say for instance, a relationship between a 17-year-old and a 25-year-old is wrong? I'm hoping that your answer is yes. A relationship with a 17 and a 25-year-old is wrong. I think we all agree on that, right? So, what if it was the case that the 17-year-old became an 18-year-old in a few days? After that few days passes, it magically becomes okay for not only that 25-year-old to date them, but also like a 33-year-old? I don't think I buy that. That's really weird, right? Like, keep in mind that Chud Logic is a YouTuber slash streamer, right? He's a public figure. It is perfectly reasonable to hold him to a standard of, I don't know, not flirting with fans that are like half his age. That's like really weird. It's all about mental maturity. Well, yeah, that's like a big component, right? There's gonna be mental maturity, social maturity. There's gonna be like I guess like your financial status, just your like general experience in life. Like there's gonna be a lot of variables and factors that would explain why it's wrong for an adult to fuck a child, right? And a lot of those reasons would still apply to, I don't know, a 33-year-old and an 18-year-old. Like, what is one reason that would apply to, I don't know, a 25-year-old and a 17-year-old that wouldn't apply to a 33-year-old and an 18-year-old? Because I would argue that the 33 and 18 relationship is worse. Like, the proportion of age gap is clearly worse, right? Like, it's I don't think there's any ambiguity there, right? Now, apparently this is considered a hot take in the commentary community, so I don't know. I might cover it today, I might not. I won't be on stream today because I'm tired, I'm sorry. No worries, and never feel the need to apologize. 16 is legal in some states. Yeah, and that's wrong. It shouldn't be legal in any states or anywhere, right? Like, I would argue that that's morally wrong. Even if it's the case that the age of consent was lowered, it would still be just as morally bad to do that. It doesn't matter if it's legal or not. It matters that it's immoral, and it is immoral, right? It's not immoral because it's illegal. It's immoral independent of what the law says, right? Like, if the age of consent was removed tomorrow, it wouldn't magically become okay to fuck kids, right? It would still be morally wrong for all of the same reasons that it's currently morally wrong. But either way, personal versus social maturity is a great talking point. Yeah, like if somebody has no experience in the real world and they're mentally not very mature, like obviously there's going to be huge power imbalance there. Like the predicted utility of that relationship is going to be awful. Like that's like an awful relationship. How you feeling about 36 and 23? Personal question. That one's going to be a little bit more situational. I'm not necessarily, like, fully comfortable with that. It does feel a little bit weird, but I don't know. I feel like once you're 23, like, you're, like, a little bit more experienced, but I think that 33 and 18 is really weird, right? It's honestly just weird as fuck for a 33-year-old to want to fucking 18. Yeah, like, look, I'm not gonna say Chud Logic is like a full-on PDF file, but like, come on, dude. Come on. That this is normal. You can't convince me that, like, it's normal for a 33-year-old grown-ass adult, right? You're financially independent, you're established, you're more socially and mentally mature by a lot, right? I think it's safe to say that, yeah, you probably shouldn't be, I don't know, fucking people that are freshly out of high school. That's, like, really weird. That's, like, really weird behavior. Now, keep in mind, this is what Chud Logic looks like. Like, I'm sorry, but, like, if you have an 18-year-old daughter in high school, would you want this person to pick her up? Lag? Oh, God. Chat, is it actually lagging? Join late, who are you talking about? I'm talking about Chud Logic. Because I think he's, like, really weird. But, yeah. Anyways. Hopefully it doesn't lag too much. Chat, how laggy is it? It better not be lagging too much. Anyways. How y'all doing, chat? How you doing, PP girl? I hope you're doing well. You fucking disgrace? That's an incredible argument. But yeah, with that being said, like, just imagine, okay? You have a daughter that's still in high school. You know, she's technically a legal adult, but she goes to high school. And this is her new boyfriend that picks her up from school every day for a date. Would you be okay with that? Would you be okay if you were a father, right? If you were a father and you had an 18-year-old daughter that's still in high school, and this is her boyfriend that picks her up from high school, and they met on Discord? Like, this is her Discord daddy? No, of course you wouldn't be okay with that. Like, I'm sorry, that's fucking weird. That's incredibly weird. That's one of the weirdest things imaginable. Like, what? How is anybody okay with that? I don't understand. That's weird as hell. Like, that is beyond weird. That is beyond weird. That is one of the weirdest things ever. Anyways. With that being said, like, I just don't understand how anybody defends this guy. Now, obviously, there are quite a few people that have a tendency to sweep for Chud Logic, because I guess it's like, I don't know, what the commentary cabal wants you to believe, right? They're all sweeping for him collectively because it's the popular opinion or whatever, right? Now, one of the people that's sweeping for Chud Logic, of course, is this guy here, Queeman. I know. Who would have guessed that Queeman is sweeping for Chud Logic? Again. But yeah, anyways. Chat, I think I kind of want to cover... Do I cover the debate between Queeman and Bunk? Should I cover it right now or should I cover it tomorrow? I actually have no idea. What do you guys think? Queeman was getting shit on? Yeah, I saw it. We're going over the debate? Yeah, I think we should. But Tau Crafter, what do you think? You're like kind of invested in the lore. What do you think? Batau Crafter, Zoyman, what do you guys think? Tomorrow? I don't know. I might do a horizontal stream. Yes? Go over it today? Alright. I think we might go over it today. Hell yeah. We love the lettuce emojis. Yes. Bunk with the B emoji. Yes? Sure? Alright. I think we're gonna go over it, okay? We're gonna go over this. I'm so excited. Alright? So, we're gonna watch it from Queeman's end because, again, we can't really scroll through the VOD on Bunk's end, sadly. I wish we could, but we can't, so we have to watch it from Queeman's end, I guess. Which is unfortunate, but I digress.
Be like a controversial thing. I've gone around making fun of Chud Logic on a couple of like live streams or whatever. To be told that it's a controversial take.
Is he wearing...
Yeah, the fact that it's controversial to say, hey, I actually think it's fucking weird when a 33-year-old wants to e-date an 18-year-old. Yeah, that's like a really weird age gap. That's like a high schooler and somebody that's been working a 9-to-5 job for like a decade. Like, that's really weird. Like, I don't think people understand how big of a difference that is. Like, that's like... he's twice her age. Like, she was 6 when he was old enough to drink alcohol. I don't think people realize how fucking bad that is. Like, that's really weird.
Makeup?
To me, I think everybody...
Is he wearing makeup? What? Is that what he just said?
What?
Is he wearing makeup?
To me...
No. That's called skincare.
I think everybody who isn't thinking like a asocial freak
Dude, he looks so weird.
It obviously is an immoral action to be engaging in, right? There's a
True.
bunch of reasons you could go down for why it's immoral. Mostly there's going to be like some social maturity there. There's going to be some like, broadly speaking, if somebody is, well, I'll take it really easily like I did when
Oh, is it getting spammed with tomatoes? Oh no.
21 years old and they're interacting with somebody who's 18, right? A really, really big factor as to whether that would be a
Yeah, he was a freshman in high school when she was born. Like, that's really weird to think about.
irresponsible relationship to be getting into, an inappropriate type of relationship, would be if that person who's 18 is still in high school.
Buck just admitted he pegged Femyoz. That's crazy.
They had yet to graduate high school. You have this large difference in social maturity between these two. One of these people is unable to even go outside of a building at given set times, right? They have to have some attendance by the government that forces them to be there. They can get reprimanded by the school district.
Yeah, just like, again, like, I don't know how else to put it into perspective. Just like, imagine you're like an 18-year-old finishing up high school, and this is your new Discord E-daddy picking you up from your day at school for a date. Like, that's crazy. In what world is that normal? Like, how? How is that normal at all? How is that not a massive red flag? I don't understand. How does anybody defend that? Like, that's freak behavior. Like, that's, you have to be a freak to defend that. Like, what? I don't understand. Like, what? I don't get it. I'm sorry. I just.
Okay.
That they are a part of.
Yeah, don't fuck high schoolers.
A 21-year-old can go out and buy alcohol, right? You're fully free whenever you're 21 years old. The difference in maturity between, but just for like, even just me, right? Between when I was 18 years old and when I was 20 years old, even like graduated high school.
Dude, oh my god, he's actually, oh dude, this is the biggest cope.
It's a massive difference.
How is it cope? This is objectively true. I was 18 2 years ago. I was way less mature then than I am now. That's like a huge difference. That's like a huge maturity difference. So the fact of the matter is, an 18-year-old and a 33-year-old is fucking crazy. That's not a normal relationship. Hey, thank you, Vincent, for the ones saying howdy. I like to chill in your streams from time to time because you're cool and also gender. Why, thank you. I very much appreciate that, and I'm glad you enjoy the streams.
Between those two.
This is crazy
When
cope.
somebody is 30,
Actually, I'm so much more mature at age 20 than I was at 18. No, you're
Yeah, that's like normal. That's most people. Maybe it doesn't apply to you, Queen Man, because you're retarded. But to the average person, yes, they mature within that time frame. Like, what are you talking about?
not quick open.
there's 15 years in between the two individuals. One of them's in their mid-30s, right? One of them should be having about a midlife crisis by now, and the other one
true.
could have, best case scenario, just graduated high school, like just recently. Just recently had they been given the freedom to go out in the world and do things and make their own decisions and have their own responsibilities. Let alone they're not like paying any bills, they're not doing anything of that nature. A relationship like this is bad on the surface level because of the age difference. Being that there's somebody who is in his Discord server as a fan and has
Oh my
this
god, the power
super
dynamics. Oh
strange
my god.
setup of like
Queen Man, why do you think that pedophilia is wrong? Why do you think that it's wrong for an adult to fuck a child? Because I know the answer, right? Part of it is going to have to do with the power dynamic, right? That's one of the main reasons that it's wrong, right? Like, the adult is obviously going to have a lot more power in the relationship than the child. That's a bad thing. That's what leads to abuse. Like, this is just intuitively obvious. I don't know how you're arguing the contrary. Like, what are you saying?
the fucking the Mew
Oh my god,
and the
power
fucking
dynamics. No.
the fucking little cartoon.
What? Wait, you think that the power dynamic between an 18-year-old and a 33-year-old, a high schooler, and like a middle-aged man, you don't think that there's like going to be an issue with that? You just think that that's perfectly normal and acceptable? What?
Cartoon profile picture talking about Plants vs Zombies in these screenshots. Yeah, just the context of that alone. Right? The context of this person is like throughout the messages clearly like does like Chud Logic, joined his Discord server as like a YouTube viewer, is somebody who like would want to interact with somebody like this. There is this large differential between these two, right? They in the messages they kind of
Using the word differential wrong.
Comes out they're like 17 years old, right? They're 17 years old in the real world. They lied about their age. It seems like just in virtue of the fact that they had lied about their age, people are willing to say this behavior wasn't immoral or irresponsible. When just take a step back. Let's take off of the allegations against the individual. Like, let's take away from that.
Dude, he looks so weird. Why is like half of his face so red and it stops around his eyes and shit?
18 years
Huh?
old, at least. Chud Logic was interacting with a fan from his Discord server in his fucking mid-30s, right? Who
We're gonna skip
is
ahead.
the thing that is morally wrong there. Can you tell
There's
me?
no more wrong.
You don't think there's anything morally wrong with fucking a 15-year-old?
What is this argument?
At 33?
Fucking a
Dude, that's crazy.
15-year-old?
At 33 years old?
Well, yeah, she's 15 years old, bro.
Okay, yeah. What's morally wrong about it?
She's 15 years old, bro.
Yeah, they're 15 years old, and this leads to
Begging the
fucking-
question. W.
That's
Why is it a
15 years
bad
old.
type of relationship to get into?
Base
Do you even
Lumpy
know
Willy
why,
begging the
like, you shouldn't be in
question?
relationships with kids? Do you just it's just like a social thing for you?
Dude, what is this? This is awful. I'm not interested in the lumpy bully debate, honestly. Chat? Hello? Chat, can you hear me? Chat. I'm back. Chat. Chat, could you hear me? Chat. Ah. Okay, alright, chat. My PC just crashed for no goddamn reason. Let me just make sure that all my settings are correct and that I don't have any issues with that because, you know, like, that's sometimes kind of an issue. Oh my god. That's so annoying. Oh my god. Dude, I don't know what caused my PC to crash. What the fuck was that? That was so weird. I don't understand. Okay. Sound. Let me just make sure it didn't mess with any of my settings. Okay. It looks right. It looks correct. All right. Let me go back to YouTube Studio and make sure that everything's working. What's going on tonight? Well, basically, long story short, we were covering the thingy and then the thingy broke and yeah, okay. Y'all can hear me again. That's good. That's good news. That's good news. Okay. Let me just make sure everything's working on my end. Whoa, that was weird. I don't know what happened with my PC. Oh my god. That was very strange. I guess I'm gonna have to find where we were in the Queenman stream. I'm just gonna have to hope that nothing goes wrong this time and that, like, everything is all good. But hopefully this time when I scroll through the VOD, it doesn't, like, shit itself, basically. So where in the VOD were we? I actually don't remember. Shoot. That was really weird. Give me a sec, chat. Okay. Bro, what? Oh god, is that that's the clip from my stream? Oh my god, who would have guessed? Okay, when does Queenman join the call? Oh,
Just
it's
let's say
muted.
that like Chud Logic was a fucking 17-year-old. What do you think would be wrong with that?
But Logic is the fuck a 17-year-old?
Yeah.
Who cares?
Yeah, that's crazy. I'm pretty sure that Lumpy Willy was trolling. But yeah, no, I know I'm not muted. Did you get a blue screen? No, I don't know. It just like stopped working and I had to restart it. Like my one of my monitors just like blacked out. It was really weird. I don't know why. Okay. Let me find where in the VOD. Okay, so like somewhere before this.
Researching the points. You're researching the
No,
points in
I'm
depth.
researching. It was on bro.
Okay.
You don't have
When does Queenman call
Trans
in?
individuals.
I want to see Queenman get fucked.
No for ya.
way.
Okay, cool.
What did Chud do wrong?
What did he do wrong? Were
Yeah.
you watching the stream earlier?
No, I'm completely in the dark.
Oh, okay,
Okay.
cool. So I'll walk you through it. So I think that what Chud did wrong was message somebody who he believed to be 18 years old, sexually, flirtatiously, that he met in his Discord server at 33.
Problem?
Yeah, that's fucking weird. What do you mean problem? Oh god, my audio's not working. What the fuck? Oh god.
Problem?
Oh. No, it is working. Oh
The
shit, why
same
can't
problem
I hear?
Chud Logic has with it
Oh, okay. It was just delayed.
messages.
What's the problem?
The same
I don't
reason
understand what's
Chud
the problem.
Logic thinks it's inappropriate.
What-
You don't
what-
understand the problem?
No,
So
I don't.
what you can do
So, in the DMs, Chud Logic says that it's bad. Chud Logic says that an 18-year-old would be too young. Chud Logic says that as a general rule of thumb, right, the rule is half your age plus 7, right? So if, let's say we grab our TI-84CE plus calculator, right, and we do 33 divided by 2 plus 7, you get 23 and a half. Okay, that is the absolute youngest that would be acceptable for somebody that was Chud Logic's age at the time to be flirting with and engaging with sexually, right? 18 isn't even close to that, right? Not even close.
What you can do, Queen Man, to understand the problem a little bit better is like let's take a second back and let's think about it, okay? Just think about it. Let's process it in our mind.
Okay,
Now,
I'm processing
why
in
do
my
you
mind.
think it's
18
wrong
is the basically the
to-
highest the age of consent gets in pretty much any Western country. What was it?
Hold on, wait. It's not a debate about legality. Nobody is saying that it's illegal. People are saying it's immoral. There's a fundamental distinction there. Just because it's legal doesn't mean that it's morally correct. Nobody invoked legality except for you, Queen Man.
What's the problem?
Do you think that so in Chud Logic's country, the age of consent is 16 years old? Do you think it'd be okay for Chud to be fucking a 16-year-old?
Depends on the 16-year-old, really, doesn't it?
It depends. It depends on the 16-year-old. No, Queen Man, that's fucking stupid. It does not depend on the 16-year-old. That's weird. He's 33. Like, what? What are you saying? That's a high schooler. How is that? That's like a sophomore in high school. That's a sophomore in high school. Under what definition is that acceptable? What? You think it's okay for a 33-year-old to have a sexual relationship with a high schooler? That's crazy.
Depends on the 16-year-old. So you think it would be
I'm sorry, but if that's your take, you sound like a pedophile.
okay for Chud to be fucking a 16-year-old? What if they were like a
No,
fan of
it's
the
probably-
Discord server?
It depends. It depends.
Because like Chud Logic doesn't think this. Chud Logic would think it'd be inappropriate. He says that he thinks it's inappropriate.
It depends on what.
It depends is crazy. Well, you see, what if it's a really mature 16-year-old? Like, what? What is this argument?
Knowledge you had.
He thinks that there's absolutely nothing wrong with a relationship, a sexual relationship between a 33-year-old and a 16-year-old. That is crazy. That's insane. Yeah, that's true. That's true, Zoyman. Power imbalances clearly aren't a problem, according to Queen Man.
I can imagine
Depends on what
16. Yeah.
knowledge
If he
had.
knowingly fucked a 16-year-old, that's probably wrong.
If he knowingly... Okay, so what if it was the case that he knowingly fucked an 18-year-old? That would be okay? Well, they would both be legal, right? But they'd be immoral? So why is it the case that it's morally wrong for him to knowingly fuck a 16-year-old, but not morally wrong for him to knowingly fuck an 18-year-old? Like, he's like twice their age. He's 33. These are high schoolers. Like, you're talking about a 33-year-old and a high schooler in both cases. That's what you're talking about here. Best case scenario for Chud, somebody that just graduated high school. That's not good.
Yeah, if he was knowingly fucking up on somebody who he thought to be about 18 years old, like that'd be bad. It'd be bad. The same reason it would be bad for a 16-year-old if he has the knowledge of these things. It'd be bad. Just because it's illegal doesn't mean it's okay.
So why is it wrong with the 16-year-old?
Why is it wrong with a 16-year-old? A large social maturity difference between the two.
Okay. What does that mean?
You don't know what a social maturity is? If I say that person's like socially immature, you don't understand what that means?
You know, Queen Man has no idea.
But
Dude,
no, I know
why
what
is
it
he-
means, but what does that mean for the
Okay,
for the relationship?
so you know what that means. So, okay, if you know what that means, right? Social
Wait, why would he ask if he knows what it means?
maturity between individuals, right? The ability for an individual to understand the expectations of a relationship, understand how to communicate their feelings throughout a relationship, to go about a relationship in a healthy manner and conduct themselves in a way which is actually good for a relationship like that. And also the fact that for individuals to have a relationship that is like incredibly prosperous with the two individuals, they're going to have some establishments of like.
Okay, so is it wrong for a 60-year-old to fuck a 30-year-old?
Oh, you just asked a
Well,
question.
yeah, no, I'm asking another question. Is it wrong for a 60-year-old to fuck a 30-year-old?
Nah,
Why?
they're not.
What? There's a large
Because-
social maturity difference.
Yeah, what's the social maturity difference that's large there?
Well, 30, you're just like in maybe the early stage of your career after getting out of university. 60, you're basically retired.
Who is just getting out of university at 30? Like, unless you're getting like a really difficult degree, like unless you're like a law student, or you're like, I don't know, a psychology student, or you're doing some shit like that that requires a bunch of school, right? For the most part, that's not going to be the case, right? And you're also going to have a lot of, like you're gonna be socially mature in the sense that you are engaging with other people your age. Like you're going to be engaging with other people that are in their mid-30s, right? You are going to have more social experience, right? That's just a fact on average.
You've had your entire working life behind you. You've had so many experiences, relationships, possibly multiple marriages. There's a huge social maturity difference.
So with the individual who is 60 years old, and you're thinking there's a large social maturity difference there, okay, though you could give me that argument for why there is a large social maturity difference there. If there was a large social maturity difference such that it caused the relationship to not be good on expected utility, I would give that to you. I'd say, like, yeah, that probably is a bad thing.
What would you mean?
I don't think, however,
why do we determine whether a relationship is good based on? Why do we determine whether a relationship is good based on expected utility and not based on the characteristics of the
Oh my god, Queenman is so insufferable. Jesus Christ.
relationship? What are you talking about expected
You let
utility?
me talk just a second. Just a second. Do you
Do we determine whether relationships are okay based on
Stop clashing out, Queen Man.
based on expected
Yes, based on predicted utility, yeah.
Calm the fuck
utility?
down.
I'm asking you a very simple
Stop
question.
running away from the thing. I'm trying
Why
to
is
make
it? Why
my
does
point.
Do you determine whether or not a relationship is good or bad on the basis of whether or not it's good or bad? Yes, that is how we measure it. Yeah, what the fuck else would we measure it as? What are you talking about?
You're trying to get
You
on
made
to
a point,
different
yeah,
point
but there's a
because you know that
premise
you're
that
not
I
gonna
think
defend
is
anything
there's
you
a
just
premise that
said.
I think is
Queen
false that you
Man,
don't believe.
Calm the fuck down.
You laid out a
Calm
premise
the
that I
fuck-
don't think you believe.
Calm
You
down.
Does Queenman think he... Wait, hold on. Does Queenman think he looks good in this conversation? I actually want to know.
Queen
I'm
Man,
stopping you because you
it's
laid out the conversation can't go
rockabye
on
baby.
if one of your premises is
listen,
flawed.
Listen,
I'm stopping you because one of your premises was
conversation
flawed.
has to happen too.
You didn't even let them finish. What are you talking about? How is their premise flawed? What are you saying?
Ways. The reason I say it's on expected
So-
utility is because that's how you calculate out what is morally good.
Okay, so gay relationships. Have less.
I'm going to go back.
So gay
onto-
relationships have
I'm
less
gonna go
expected
back
utility
onto
because you
the
can't
thing that I was
reproduce in
saying.
them.
Stop trying to.
Huh? What? Wait, how would that have less expected utility? What are you talking about? Do you think that everybody wants to be in a relationship for the purpose of reproducing? You think that's always going to be the utility maximizing position? I'm sorry, what? What? Huh? Does he know what a sperm donor is? Does he know what adoption is? I'm actually fucking baffled. Oh, that's actually crazy. That's the dumbest thing I've ever heard.
Does that mean that they're worse?
Cut me off.
I'm asking you a very simple question. I'm asking you a very simple question. Are gay relationships worse because they have lower expected utility? Are gay relationships
Does he think that that's what a utilitarian would argue? He's retarded. What?
worse because they have lower expected utility?
What does he think utility means?
I'm gonna go back.
Are gay relationships worse because they have a lower expected? I'm asking you a very simple question. I'm asking you a very simple question.
Doing well in a
It's a retarded, irrelevant question that doesn't make any fucking sense.
debate is just to keep talking so I can't get a point out.
Well, actually, no. I'm asking a substantive point, and you're just talking in circles.
No.
saying
How is it a substantive point? What is he talking about?
nothing.
you're
Trying to fill
asking-
time.
That's true. He thinks that women are they serve the most utility when they're the baby incubators, of course.
So I'm asking a question. So I'm asking you a very simple question.
Right, that's what you're doing. You already asked
No,
the
you're
question.
talking
I
in
answered your
circles. You're not
question.
saying
It's
anything.
like
I'm
you
asking you a very
interrupted me
simple
in order to
question.
ask that
Are gay
Now you're
relationships
trying to
worse
ask another
because they have
question
lower
again,
expected
but I
utility?
can't go on.
How do they have lower expected utility? You're wrong. That's just not true. Like, what are you talking about? What do you think that bunk is referring to when they're referring to utility? This is fucking stupid.
On the thing that I was saying earlier, because you know you're not going to have a response to it. So
I'm asking
go
a
back
question
to the thing
about-
I
I'm
was
asking a
saying,
question
just
about your
second,
premise.
Queen
I'm
Man,
asking a
you're
question about your
crashing out
premise.
Again. You're having a spurt out
I don't
again.
want to go on
Just a
until I've
second.
finished this question about
Just
your premise.
Second, Queen Man. It's
Holy shit, Queen Man is insufferable.
okay. It's gonna
Why are
be
you
okay.
Yeah, exactly. I'm wrong but confident. Answer the question.
singing?
Listen to the things that I'm saying. All right. I'm trying
Why
to
do you
soothe
think- do you
your
think it's-
mind.
Queen Man, why did you rape a child? It's like, do you see why there's like an issue with the question itself? You see how the question itself presupposes something that's not necessarily true?
Funny when
I'm
you're
trying
saying.
to get you down to like.
It's quite embarrassing if
Does he think he looks good? I think he does, yeah.
you think that's funny when you sing. Autistic women do that a lot.
It's embarrassing that you think that filibustering your way through a conversation
Damn, what an own. That was so rhetorical.
is going to look good in retrospect. I think that's hysterical. So no.
Are gay
Queen Man,
relationships worse because they have
whenever
lower
we're
expected
talking about-
utility?
What does he think utility refers to?
Yeah.
Okay, answer
Do
now.
you think that gay people have the option to be in a good relationship with straight people? Like, no, unexpected utility, it's not bad.
Yeah,
It's
I think
the most moral thing that they can
I don't
do.
think
No, it's
sexuality
not
is
bad,
ever.
unexpected
Yeah, no, I think
utility.
that's
I already
perfectly
have an
possible.
Holy shit, you asked a question that was irrelevant, but it's a question nonetheless. Bunk is answering it, and in the midst of answering the question, you interrupt them. You're a fucking idiot. What are you doing?
To this question, I'm going to show you that I have an answer.
I think
to
that's
this question.
perfectly
Every single
possible.
fucking
You asked me a
you're asking
question.
me,
I'm
just
responding
ask
to your
the question.
question.
What? They were answering your question. Hey, thank you MTY5 for the 10 saying stop for a moment. We need a real gay moment right now. Say the thing real quick. Okay, fine. Fuck you. I'm a subby bratty bottom with a tiny dong. Fuck you for making me say that, okay? Why do you always make me say that? Does it ever get old to you, But spin in a real gay way. Is there a straight way to spin? I wonder if this guy thinks that marriage is solely for reproduction. I don't know. I think he just doesn't... I don't know if he believes that or not. I'm not going to say he does or doesn't. I think he just doesn't understand what utility refers to. I don't think he knows what that means. I don't think he knows what a utilitarian believes. I genuinely think he has no idea. So it's like, why are you arguing against something you don't even understand? Anyways. For anyone wondering, this is today's fit. Hope you guys like it. And yeah. Dude, it goes spinny. Dude, dude, this one is actually good for that. Like, dude, it like goes up, but it's not like it's not a safety hazard. Yeah, this is a new skirt. Yeah. Utility is one reproduction. Yeah, that is exactly what a hedonic act utilitarian believes.
You asked me a question, I'm responding to it. You asked me a question.
Actually, I'm not sure. I'm not sure if Bunk is a hedonic utilitarian. They're definitely like an act utilitarian. I'm not sure if they're the same exact. I think they're either a hedonic act utilitarian or they're like they have some sort of objective list theory.
What was the question I asked you?
I think that sexuality is never absolute.
What was the question I asked you, Queen Man?
The question you asked me is, can a gay person be in a relationship with a straight person that can have good utility? That was what you asked me.
Can they? Do you think that they have the same expected utility for a gay person? Let's say the average gay person. Do you think that the expected utility of going into a straight relationship is greater than that of going into a homosexual relationship?
Depends on who the straight person is.
Depends on
who the straight person is. What the fuck kind of question is that?
I don't think sexuality is.
If they don't have any attraction.
Yeah, I don't think so. No, well, no, that's where you're wrong. That's where you're wrong. That's where you're wrong, Bunk. I can explain this to you, Bryce. I don't think sexuality is ever absolute. I think these are just labels people put on to express dating preferences. So I think.
Does he think that being gay is a choice? Does he think that people choose that?
Absolutely, there are plenty of gay people who could have.
The gay people just call themselves gay for aesthetic reasons. That like they don't do it because they're like exclusively homosexual or anything. Like what are you talking about? Like, do you have a reason to believe that, or is this just like an aspect?
Relationships with plenty of straight people and be totally fine.
Yeah, if you could randomly select out the very specific straight person that they might be attracted to, yeah, that might be interesting.
Yeah, we're talking about a specific relationship. We're talking about a specific relationship. We're not talking broadly.
Relationships work in the real world.
Okay, well, I'm making this very.
I'm trying to explain this to you. Just a second. That's not how.
I'm making this very.
That's true. People are just straight for the aesthetic.
Okay,
sorry. You have established relationships with people who are around you. There is a practicalities to all of these things. There's things like the distance.
So gay people don't know any women. Is that what you're saying? So gay people.
What?
People can't know women.
Just a second. Holy shit, Queen Man, you're doing the thing again where you just try and talk the most and think.
No, you're doing the thing where you're just trying to talk the most. I'm asking pointed questions.
I heard you interrupt me.
Pointed questions. Does he actually believe that he's asking pointed questions? That's fucking crazy.
When I respond to points, you're saying nothing. I'm asking pointed questions.
I'm saying nothing at all. If I'm saying
yeah, you're going around in circles. You're talking about how you're talking. You're literally talking about talking. That's what you've been doing this whole time.
So you think that it is nothing at all to say that, yeah, you might have one straight person that you are attracted to, like one straight relationship where you do have some attraction there. However, it's not the case that for gay people, broadly speaking, they have access to all of these relationships and all of that information and all of the establishments that need to be there to have a relationship fostered.
Okay, and?
You think that's a relevant point. That's some dumb shit that doesn't have anything to do
with
that
is an absolutely relevant point. That is a relevant point because we're evaluating an individual relationship.
What point are you making, Queen Man?
Because we're evaluating an individual relationship and we have the information to make evaluations about the relationship.
To, Queen Man? Do you remember what it was in response to?
It was in response.
Does Queen Man know what predicted utility is?
So you claiming that relationships need to have positive utility, positive expected utility?
No, it was in response to what you
said.
That
is where it came from.
I was saying something. I was responding to myself, Queen Man. What did you say that it was a response to? Do you think it's irrelevant towards?
Dude, you're just talking in circles right now. Relationships don't have to have an expected utility.
Incredible counter argument, Queen Man.
Nobody evaluates relationships based on expected utility.
I'm sorry.
Nobody evaluates relationships based on expected utility.
We're gonna think in the real world for like just a second.
Okay, I'm thinking in the real world. No one in the real world evaluates relationships based on expected utility, you fucking autist.
Them spending all of their time trying to find the one person that might be a...
Does he think this is like supposed to be like a good counter argument? Ah, well, you see, other people don't evaluate it this way, so therefore it must be wrong. Like, what are you talking about? Just because people don't necessarily evaluate it with the exact same framing means that the framing is wrong? That doesn't logically follow at all. In fact, what he's saying is also wrong in another sense, which is, the fact that generally when you enter a relationship, you're doing so with the intention of maximizing utility in some way. Now, that might not be the framing that you take, right? But that's sort of the underlying logic, right? Like when you enter a relationship, right? At least if you're doing it for the right reasons, right? You're generally going to have the position that, like, of course, this relationship is going to be mutually beneficial, right? Both parties involved are meant to be the mutual beneficiaries of the relationship. That is utility maximizing. That's what a relationship is for. That's the purpose of it. If, say, for instance, I wanted to, start a relationship that I didn't think was going to work, right? That'd be bad, right? Like if let's say I start a relationship with somebody, I know that it's not going to work, I get them emotionally invested, right? Even though I know that at the end of the day, it's not going to be anything long term, but I convince them the contrary, right? That's going to be wrong, right? And the reason that's wrong is because that is utility minimizing, right? But you don't have to frame it in the context of utilitarianism to know that it's wrong, right? That's just like a way of categorizing it. Just because you don't frame it that specific way and use that specific terminology in your day-to-day life doesn't mean it's not applicable, right? You are still thinking about the outcomes of your actions. Like, I don't see how this is meant to be a counter-argument. Well, you see, because they don't say the exact words predicted utility, that means that nobody thinks about it this way. That's not necessarily true.
Attracted to is not going to have a good
yeah, like, does he think that people enter relationships expecting it to go terribly? Is that why people enter relationships? Yes, I'm gonna enter a relationship so we can have a really bad breakup. Yeah, that's exactly why people enter relationships, is because they want it to go as poorly as possible and hurt the other person. Now, there might be a few people that are like that, in which case, wow, that person sucks, right? That they would be doing something that is utility minimizing in that case. I don't think that Queen Man understands this, though. I don't think he understands why he believes the things that he believes.
Expected utility outcome. I'm sorry, you don't have all the time in the world to make decisions, to
Bunk, do you think people evaluate relationships based on expected utility? Do you think that, Bunk? Do you think that?
Do I think that people evaluate relationships based on expected utility?
Yeah.
What do you mean, like your average person? Do I think
yeah? You were just going on about how this doesn't have any relevance to real life, so why the fuck are you talking about?
Hold on, can you like let them respond to the question you just asked them?
Expected utility for. So what the fuck are you talking about expected utility for? If you say no, why are we talking about that? You just said that we're not.
Account of why it's morally wrong. Then
yeah, if somebody's making a moral argument, it's not going to be on the basis of what people generally deem to be the case. That's like a morally relativistic position. Like it's just relative to each individual person. That doesn't mean anything, right?
What I'm gonna give you.
If you disagree with utilitarianism as a standard, that's fine. But like, you have to make an argument. You have to make an argument for like some other ethical framework or against utilitarianism, or an argument in favor of moral relativism or anti-realism at least, right? Like that's the least that you have to do, right? That's like the bare minimum. If you can't do that, then at the very least try to understand the utilitarian argument, right? Again, if you disagree with utilitarianism, that's fine, but like you have to make an argument. You gotta just say, well, you see, other people don't believe it, so it's wrong. But like that's fucking stupid.
Is the robust account which goes into the meta and normative ethics.
Why? Now, okay, so why does there have to be a positive expected utility for a relationship to be good? So what? So explain to me. No, you're not. No, you're not. You're avoiding the question.
Because that's the definition of positive What? What is? Does he think that this is a good argument?
Why do you have? No one's I'm not rambling.
Dakota.
You're yapping, buddy.
Are you hearing this shit?
Dakota, are you hearing this shit? Dakota, are you hearing this shit? Please help me, please.
God, he's so fucking cringe.
Please help me. Please, I need to 2v1 because I can't win without yapping around in fucking circles. Please help.
Wait, does Queen Man think he's winning this? He actually thinks he's winning this conversation. That's crazy.
I have no desire to.
I'm muting Dakota.
I'm just third-person perspective. Is this
okay,
like this?
I've muted the other. I've muted the other guy. I've muted the other guy. I've muted the other guy, so I can't hear him. And so whatever he's saying is totally worthless.
I'm just making sure that I'm like not wildly distinct from the conversation. No, obviously people don't have all of the time in the world to make all of these types of accounts. People might not on average think in the forms of expected utility because thinking in forms of expected utility is kind of a complex thing for people to do. Most people don't have very robust morals. However, when we're talking about morals specifically, we're going to be talking about them in a more complex sense because both of you and I are capable of having that conversation. I have complex opinions about morals.
Okay.
I think that Bug is being way too charitable here. I don't think that Queen Man is capable in the slightest of having an actual moral discussion. I don't think that he believes, I don't think he knows why he believes the things that he does. I don't think he understands like basic ethical principles or anything like that. I don't think he understands like normative ethics at all, right? I'm not saying I have the best understanding of it, but like I understand enough to make an argument about it, right? I understand enough to have a conversation about it, right? Now, if it's the case that like say for instance I'm having a conversation with somebody as to whether or not something is good or bad, right? And let's say they're a deontologist, right? And I'm a utilitarian, right? I'm generally not going to argue against their ethical framework. I'll try to do an internal critique, I guess is what I would say. Like, it'd be more along the lines of like, okay, fine, I'll presuppose like that your deontological framework is correct, even though I disagree with it, just for the sake of making the discussion more efficient, right? But it's going to be the case that like you would agree that this is wrong, right? Like on the basis of this, right? You can still premise lock somebody while using their moral framework, right? As sort of the point of an internal critique, right? That's something I could do. If it is an argument that's predicated on whether or not you're a utilitarian or a deontologist or a virtue ethicist or whatever it may be, right? Then I might get into a more specific debate about the ethical positions, but until then, like I'm willing to sort of, like for the sake of the discussion, grant them their framework, right? Just in order to do an internal critique.
Okay, so if two people are in a relationship and they waste time in it and break
for
up.
individuals, yes, obviously, I think that the things that they're going to be having these heuristics and these intuitions around are things like expected utility, yes.
Okay, so if two people have a relationship and break up.
Well, generally, if people have a relationship, right? If somebody starts a relationship with another person, right? They expect it to have positive outcomes, right? That is, by definition, a high expected utility. That's what the expected utility refers to, right? Just because they don't classify it as expected utility or understand how to categorize it in these very specific terms does not automatically mean that it's not the case, right? They're just not categorizing it that way. It doesn't mean that's not what's happening, right? All that's really being done here is a term or a label is being assigned to it, just to make it easier to talk about. That's it.
They do nothing but waste time and it's a bad relationship. Is that relationship morally wrong?
Wait. Hold on. What? Let's replay that.
Yes.
Okay, so if two people have a relationship and break up, they do nothing but waste time and it's a bad relationship. Is that relationship morally wrong?
Is that what they expect to happen? If that's the case, if the expected utility is negative, then yeah. Like if I go into a relationship being like, oh, I know it's not going to work and I know that we're both going to suffer, but I feel like engaging in this relationship anyway, even though this harm is avoidable, then yeah, that's like a moral wrongdoing. Yeah. Like what? What kind of question is this? This doesn't help your argument.
Did they think that they would do nothing but waste time in the relationship?
Yeah, they were just fucking around.
Yeah, no, that'd be a dumbass thing to be doing.
Yeah, if it's like a negative, if the net utility is negative, right? Then yeah, of course.
Yeah,
I didn't ask dumb. I didn't ask dumb. I asked morally wrong. I asked morally wrong. I asked morally wrong.
And I just answered yeah.
No, you didn't. You said dumb. You think it's morally wrong to be in relationships that aren't worth your time?
Yeah, I think it's morally wrong to enter into a relationship.
Yes, if you knowingly enter a relationship that you know is not going to work out, and that you know is going to harm the other person, yeah, that's morally wrong to like harm the other person and waste their time in a relationship that you know is going to work. Like, what is this argument? This is such a bad point.
Relationship that you think is going to go nowhere and just waste your time. You could be doing a billion other things with that time, of course. Yeah, for the same reason I think it's wrong to let a child drown. Yeah, you don't fucking throw away your time. You could be doing so many important things.
So is playing video games morally wrong, Bunk?
No, you need some time to relax as an individual in order to actually perform at your best.
Okay, so what if it's a waste of time but you relax in a relationship? What if it's a waste of time but you...
Does he think that if something is a quote-unquote waste of time, that's what determines whether or not something is immoral? Or do you think it's maybe the case that, like, I don't know, if you're, like, wasting your time doing a relationship that you know is going to work and that's going to go nowhere and that benefits neither party involved, that, like, I don't know, maybe that's immoral because, like, I don't know, you're not only fucking yourself over, but you're also fucking the other person over, right? Because you know it's not going to work. That's, like, a negative predicted utility, right? Whereas, I don't know, playing video games in order to decompress, right? I would argue that's, like, that's not really a moral wrongdoing, right? You're doing something for the benefit of yourself, right? Something that causes you to experience like a greater level of positive qualia. Like I don't see where this argument is going.
Feel relaxed in the relationship. Is that morally wrong?
To the proper
because your argument makes no fucking sense, you downy, you stupid motherfucker.
You have to understand in this comment.
Dude, why is he so angry? Dude, Queen is getting fucked.
You can't call me stupid. It looks like
You are
I have a
stupid
bunch
as
of things in
fuck,
common.
bro. You are so no, you don't.
Incredible counter argument, Queen.
What have I done?
You're just saying
what have
big
I done
words
that's
doesn't make you. You're a fucking opiate addict, waster, loser, fucking tranny
An
fucking
opioid
loser.
addict?
Okay,
Am
dude.
I an opioid addict?
What a way to lose the debate from the Queen. Holy shit. What is his strategy here? Does he know how to engage in an argument? Does he just, like, choose not to? Or is he just, like, incapable? Is he just like, well, fuck, I don't have anything else to say, so, like, I guess I'll just, like, say, well, you fuck trans people. Wow. That's an incredible argument.
Yeah, you are, dude. Yeah, you are, dude. Okay, stop trying to use
counter argument. You're a retarded heroin addict. Checkmate, liberal.
big words because you've heard them on Destiny and Vosh. Stop trying to use big words because you've heard them.
What? I am sorry, but this this talking point doesn't work. If you actually look at any debate tier list, and any of these debate communities, Bunk is pretty consistently ranked above Destiny. I'm gonna be completely honest.
On Destiny and Vosh.
Like, this just doesn't work.
You don't sound smart. You just sound like
I'm sorry, but how is Bunk a Destiny clone when they're better at debate than Destiny? It doesn't make any fucking sense.
filling time.
You literally
just sound like a filling time.
edited for Chud logic. You are so much.
Bunk edited stream and their VOD is up now? I bet. We don't have to watch Queefman? Yo, let's go. Dude, I'm gonna have to scroll through the VOD then. Yeah, we don't have to watch Queefman's version. Actually, here's what I'm gonna do. We're gonna watch Queefman's version until, it's the debate between, Dakota and Queefman, because, I do know that on Bunk's version, Queenman is, like, really quiet for a while for some reason. I don't know why.
So much time and space flying out.
No, I didn't.
Oh, you didn't? What did you do?
I've never
I
edited
thought you were Logic's editor. Real shit.
Nope.
Okay, so we both got something wrong about each other. You think I'm an opioid addict, and I thought you edited.
Yeah,
for
except
Logic.
I know it's false. I'm using it to insult you. You're just
I'm
a
pretty
fucking
sure yours
idiot.
is worse.
So let's carry on.
I'm gonna be real. I think that being a Chud Logic editor is probably worse than being addicted to any substance. I'm gonna be completely honest. I would be more embarrassed if people thought I was editing for Chud Logic than if people thought I was, I don't know, addicted to cocaine. Like, I'm gonna be completely honest there.
I'm sorry.
Why
you know
does a
it's
relationship?
false?
Why does a relationship have to have a positive? Yeah, I know you're not an opiate addict. I was just saying.
Okay, so you were just like randomly calling me a drug
Yeah,
addict.
I'm just like insulting you. Yes,
you got
I'm
really
insulting
upset.
you.
You got really ass mad.
Dude, everyone's seen Destiny
Dude, why is Queeman so angry?
debates before. They know where you're getting tactics from. It's fucking pathetic.
What are you talking about?
You're using Destiny debate bro tactics. What is this?
Well, you open the conversation with everyone saying, have you got a positive it's not like you wanted to talk to me. And then you said anything else at the end of the last conversation. You filibustered the entire fucking time.
Yeah, because I want to make sure that people have the ability to say the things that they actually believe. And no, I didn't filibuster the entire time.
Yes, yes.
Hey, thank you, Batao Crafter, for the $10. You beautiful fucking bastard. Sang W stream. Why, thank you. I very much appreciate that. Feel free to request donor rewards.
You have.
like
Yes, you have.
engage
You
with
filibustered the entire conversation.
conversation.
So, but
I mean,
once again,
you might think that everybody filibusters because that's how you go
once
about
again,
these conversations.
video
but
games,
everything
playing
that
video
I've been trying
games.
to-
If you play video games with no positive expected utility from it, is that morally wrong?
Yeah, like if you are doing video games instead of like going out and getting a job or working on something, if you're like lazy
You
as
think
fuck, and
any
you're
form
wasting
of
your time on video
laziness
games,
is
of course
morally
that's
wrong?
bad.
You think any form?
Where did they say any form of laziness? What? I'm sorry, what? It's like the most bad faith shit imaginable.
Form of laziness is morally
What do
wrong.
you mean by laziness?
So wait, hold on. Bunk brought up a single example in which it would be bad to be lazy. Oh, so you believe that it's always wrong to be lazy? No, that's not the words that came out of their mouth. What are you talking about?
Yes. In the way that I define it,
Any
probably
procrastination is morally wrong.
no. Sometimes you should procrastinate on things for a good reason.
Oh, I guess the definition that Bunk would use to determine whether or not somebody is lazy is different than mine. I think I would use it more loosely, but I think my definition would probably be more similar to Queenman's, but still.
Sometimes you're too stressed to handle those
Procrastination
things.
describes executive dysfunction, Bunk. It means you're not able to direct your attention in the right place. There's no
Okay,
procrastinating
so
for
what
a
is
good
executive
reason. you fucking
dysfunction,
idiot.
do you think?
The inability
Not
to direct
able
your
to
attention,
direct
in,
your
the correct
attention in
place.
the right place is what you
Yes.
said, right?
Yes.
Okay, so
Is not being able to do something like an intentional action? Like, we're talking about an action, something that you're choosing to do. That's what determines... Okay. I don't want to get into this.
whenever we say somebody ought do something, do you think we're saying they can do it?
What the fuck are you asking?
Well, if you're determining whether or not somebody should do something, like, yeah, you're going to assume that, like, there's a decision to be made there, right? If there's no decision to be made, then there's no action. There's no moral or immoral action, right? Because there's, like, only one possible case scenario. So yeah, if you're saying that somebody ought to do something, then yes, it is implied that they are capable of doing so. This is really easy to answer. Like, what the fuck is Queen Man doing?
If to say that somebody ought to do something, is that the part that's confusing? Do you have any
Dude, ask
confusion
your
about what I just
fucking
said there?
just ask your question, bro.
I just did, and you got confused by it. I'll ask it again for you, and maybe you'll get it this time. So when we say that somebody ought to do something, do you think that we're saying that they can do that thing?
Why would you say someone
Yeah, obviously that would be implied, right? Like, it's gonna be implied. If you ought to do something, right? Like, yeah, it's implied that you're able to do so, right? Otherwise, there's no point. There's, like, no utility in describing, oh, well, you ought to do the thing that you're physically incapable of, right? Like, that would be like asking, like, well, you see, let's go to the trolley problem, okay? If there's, like, there's one person tied to the train tracks, and there's 5 other people tied to a different set of train tracks, and the train is about to run over the 5 people, is it the case that you ought to pull the lever if you're not able to pull the lever? Well, no, because there's nothing you can do. Like, it doesn't make any fucking sense. Like, Queen Man is retarded. What is he saying? Like, if you ought to do something, yes, it's implied. It's implied that you're able to do so. Otherwise, there's no decision to be made. If you're not able to make the decision, then what the fuck is the point? Like, what? He's so stupid.
should do something they can't do?
Yeah, and so if they can't direct their
Wait, hold on. Wait, so he knows how to answer the question then. Why did that take him so long?
Did you say someone should do something they can't do?
yeah,
no fucking shit.
and so if they can't direct their attention to something, then you can't say that they ought to do it. It's not a moral failing. There you go. You fucking answered your own question, Queen Man. This is the first bit of
You think that you have no agency over you think you have no agency over executive dysfunction. That's what you're arguing.
What? No agency at all, or very little agency, right? If we're talking about a case scenario in which executive functioning problems are preventing you from doing something, if we're talking about a scenario in which you're not able to do something, you're physically not able, then yeah, that definitionally means you don't have agency, right? That doesn't mean that in all cases of somebody having executive functioning problems that they don't have any agency ever under any circumstances. That's not what that means, you fucking moron.
There's no agency. It's a literal can't.
What do you mean by can't?
Well, I didn't say when I say can't in terms of executive dysfunction, I mean you have no agency. I mean you have a decreased ability to direct your attention. Obviously, dude.
Decreased ability? Well, now you've changed the situation. You've changed the circumstances.
Obviously, strategies you can employ to direct your attention
is that of like your will, right? You can only exert your will so far.
So it's morally wrong, but less morally wrong. So it is morally wrong, but less morally wrong. So actually, engage with the point. So that's what you would say. Is it's morally wrong, but less morally wrong because you have less agency.
Holy shit, he's such a fucking spur.
It's morally wrong for somebody who like has intensive depression, for example.
You realize your definition of morally wrong is just completely vacuous and worthless to most people. If you think that just laziness is morally.
Does Queen Man think that yapping is gonna make him win the debate? Like, he just comes across as like a fucking insufferable retard. Like, what is he?
Understanding.
You realize this is like worthless to most people. If you're saying Chud logic, messaging someone on Discord is equivalent to being lazy.
That's not what Bunk was talking about, right? We're talking about a side point of a side point of a side point. They didn't make an equivalency there. They're not equivocating those two things, you fucking retard. Can you find the part of the discussion where Bunk equivocated being lazy with Chud Logic, a 33-year-old grown-ass man, flirting with somebody that's young enough to still be in high school? I'm sorry, what?
Say, because you know, if you start engaging with the argument, actually start thinking about it, not like a fucking idiot for like 2 seconds, you're gonna understand that you're fucking wrong, right? It's very obvious what's going on.
I'm pointing out to you that
people like,
positive utility is a flawed standard for evaluating relationships, you fucking idiot.
It's a flawed standard for evaluating
relationships. Yes, no one evaluates relationships like this, you stupid motherfucker.
Why is it
it's wrong because people don't do it? Is that the argument?
Flawed standard for evaluating relationships?
Dude, what you on here 10 minutes ago saying how everyone else was autistic and has never got any pussy? You're sitting here saying that relationships are determined by expected utility.
You're like the type of person I'm talking about. It's like...
If we're talking about the morality of a relationship, yeah. That's how you would determine it. Unless you disagree with utilitarianism, that's fine, but like, you'd have to come up with some other moral argument, right? You have to have some sort of like ethical counter-argument, right? Either it's the case that like you disagree with utilitarianism, right? Come up with an argument for why, right? Like, but nobody is saying, like, if you, I don't know, were able to track the conversation, Mr. Queefman, okay, you would know. You would know that they have already said that people in general don't necessarily evaluate relationships using these specific terms or this specific framework. Nobody is disagreeing with that, right? But what we're talking about here is whether or not something is morally good or bad. Whether or not people deem something to be the case is not what determines its morality. People collectively deemed to be the case that slavery was okay. They were wrong, right? Unless you're like a complete moral relativist that thinks that, well, you see, what determines whether or not something is morally good or bad is what a plurality of people deems to be the case. In which case, you're a fucking retard.
Exactly you,
dude.
man.
You
it's
fuck
like dead
men.
on exactly
You
who
fuck
are.
men.
Yeah.
Damn, that was very rhetorical.
I fuck men and I fuck women.
No, you don't, buddy.
What's your point?
You fucked one. No, that's not true. You fucked one while watching a Nick Diorio video and then released the video online.
So to be clear, was that a man or a woman?
So wait, they do fuck women though. What? Wait, even in this retarded line of argumentation that has nothing to do with the actual conversation, Queen Man just destroyed his own argument. Well, you see, you don't actually ever fuck women. Here is an example of you fucking a woman. Okay. Why? Why would you make that point? Why would you say that? You're retarded.
Oh, it was both, wasn't it?
It was both?
So it was both then. So then Bunk is fucking both. What is your point then?
Yeah, it was one of them they thems.
So you do fuck both. There we go.
At once, apparently. At once. With one
There you
person.
fucking go. No, I'm sorry, Queen. You have like no perspective on who I am or my life. I have a very good perspective on the type of person you are at this point.
What
It's
do you mean? I know
hysterical.
loads about
This
you.
looks
I know
funny
you're an
as shit. I
embarrassing.
think
I know
you're
you're an
gonna come back to this in a
embarrassing
couple of
chaser.
I'm not embarrassed at all.
Hanging out
I'm a
with the fucking
chaser?
Rhode
What the
Island
fuck?
House
I'm a
of Horrors,
chaser?
slamming
not
nasty
even
ass
in Rhode Island.
autistic
What are you
pussy,
talking about?
slamming
You're a
nasty
fan,
ass
aren't you,
autistic.
Queen?
I'm gonna be real. Queen Man is probably the most autistic person in the call. I'm gonna be completely honest.
Man,
Pussy.
you are a fucking
Posting
Dude, I think that Queen Man is projecting.
Man, if
sex
I've ever
tapes
heard
online
one.
like some grotty
Holy
fucking
shit,
heroin
I was
addict.
I'm gonna be real, like, this is not how a normal person talks. Like, no normal person, sorry. Not nobody, but no normal person is this fixated on whether or not somebody is, I don't know, the fucking trans woman. Like, nobody cares.
for like a year.
I know
This guy
exactly
is,
what you
like,
are, buddy.
up
I know
to
exactly
date on
what
the
you are.
fucking lore.
Fuck you
This
know
guy
about
cares
me,
about
queer. Fuck you know about me.
Not up to date
Dude,
enough.
why is he so angry?
Apparently, I don't live in Rhode Island. Chaser's a little bit weird because, like, no, I'm sorry, no. Like, fucking, you can ask the people around me. You can.
Dude, there's a
I don't
video
know,
of you
no.
fucking grabbing autistic bussy by the throat. What do you mean you're not a chaser?
Because I fucked a trans person, I'm a chaser?
Yeah,
And
buddy.
that's what it means?
Yeah.
So if you fuck a trans person at any point, you're a chaser. I'm sorry, what? Does he know what the term chaser means? Does he think that a chaser is anyone that's ever had sex with a trans person ever? Is that what he thinks the word chaser means?
Yeah.
You think chaser means you fucked a
Yeah, I
trans
saw the
person?
way you looked at that thing,
Does Queen Man know Bunk is non-binary? Fuck, man, I don't know.
dude. Okay?
Okay, so if what you mean by that is I have had sex with trans people, then yeah, I guess if that's what you mean by chaser.
I guess that's what you mean by
anybody else
chaser.
means, it
Why
could
you
just
mean
be
I
what
fuck
you
men
mean.
in dresses? If that's what you mean by chaser.
No,
Yeah,
you
it is,
like,
buddy.
You don't
Yeah.
have fucking weird rumors about like the fact that like a drug addict or something, and you've decided to bring those up in the middle of the conversation. Like internally,
Curious how he used queer as a slur? It's just so fucking pathetic.
you feel upset. It's obvious you.
Yeah, you grabbed you grabbed autistic bussy by the throat. This is the most online shit I've ever fucking seen.
do, and you know that you're not.
Why would
doing
I
well
feel
in
upset?
this
You've been
conversation.
embarrassing yourself on this whole fucking stream with the most.
Wait, he actually thinks he's doing well in the conversation. Wait, he's been getting fucked the whole time and he thinks he's doing a good job. What is he doing? Wait, he actually thinks that he's winning. That's crazy.
Transparent
Bro,
dog shit
you
debate
gotta be
tactics.
more self-aware, Queen Man. You look like a freak.
Oh,
True.
well, if your
Like,
friend said
I
it,
was
oh,
like,
wait, if your
you
friend said it,
screamed
I guess,
at me
oh,
that
well,
I was
Dakota
an
on
opioid
Discord,
addict
Bunk's
in the middle
friend.
of the conversation.
Dakota
Why
on
you
Discord,
asking me
Bunk's
if
friend
you're
said
upset?
it.
Ask yourself
Dude, why is he so angry?
why you're upset.
Oh.
Ask your introspect for a second for the first time in your fucking life, Queen Man. Just introspect.
You're asking too much of him.
Yeah,
Why are
I'm
you
annoyed
upset?
with you because you're a fucking retard and you've been
Okay, so you
filibustering
are
this whole
upset.
conversation.
And
Yes, I'm
No,
annoyed
You haven't made a single counter argument. What are you talking about?
with you
as
because you're
far
a
as
retard.
filibustering is concerned, you've interrupted me more in this conversation far more than I've interrupted you.
That's not what filibustering means.
Okay, do you think I've talked longer than you have?
Yes, you talked around in circles saying nothing. That's
you think
what
that I've talked longer
filibustering
than you have,
means.
so that's not true either. Right? You can just go back in the video. You can go back and watch it.
Dude, this is wild.
I don't know what to tell you.
Okay,
the times
you're
where I was
wrong, and
talking
every
Yeah, his incredible argument of you fuck men
was
seen this
because you
exact
just
phrase.
interrupted me.
Glad to see he's very good at engaging in the substance of the conversation.
I was just
Used
pointing
by
out that you
Destiny
interrupted me just
in
like you did
every
just
debate
there.
ever.
Yeah, yeah, the best counter argument. Oh yeah? Well, you're using Destiny's debate bro tactics, so I'm not gonna engage in any of the actual substance of the argument. What?
How do you think you're sly
Why
when
are
you're
you
literally
so
you are
obsessed
skin
over this
walking?
one phrase?
No one's
What's
obsessed.
the one
Another
thing you
Destiny
care
tactic.
about?
Another Destiny tactic.
You're using Destiny tactics.
Another Destiny tactic. Stop skin walking. You
Wait, what is the Destiny tactic? I'm so confused. Wait, what did he say that was a Destiny
every
tactic?
debate ever. How do you think you're sly
Why
when
are
you're
you
literally
so
you are
obsessed
skin
over this
walking?
one phrase?
No one's
What's
obsessed.
the one
Another
thing you
Destiny
care
tactic.
about?
Another Destiny.
Bro, you can't even hear what he's saying. You're talking over him. How is that a Destiny tactic? What are you talking about? That's a Destiny tactic? Yes, it's the streamer Destiny.
tactic. Another
The guy that had sex with Nick Fuentes and Lauren Southern, obviously.
Destiny tactic. Stop skin walking. You fucking
This is
freak.
the
Get
big
your own
Destiny
personality.
tactic, the big
Get your
Destiny
own
thing. I don't know what
personality.
the fuck you're talking
You
about.
are a lost
Normally
young
whenever
soul,
people
and you
talk
need to
about me,
refine
they
your
talk about me being
personality.
a clone of Dakota. Right? They talk about being a clone of Synth, which is like
Dude,
I think
Man's gonna say
it's
the
far
same
more
thing.
accurate.
Dude, I've been called a synth clone before. I don't know why. But I guess I'll take it as a compliment. I don't know.
Is
That
a far
probably
more
is the same
accurate
thing. They probably both watch the same guy.
Yeah, I predicted it. Motherfucker has terrible jokes.
This is fucking brutal.
It's not a
Listen,
joke. You
sorry,
use
man, you
every
got no
you
charisma.
use every single phrase. You
So this is a serious argument then?
use
don't
every
know
single
what to-
phrase
I
in
don't know
rapid
what to-
succession.
Same way.
Okay, what are they like copyrighted phrases by Destiny? It's like Destiny has like copyrighted ownership over specific phrases. What are these phrases? Like I'm so confused.
It's not like a skin
Anything
walking,
else?
Like, people live with me in the real
Anything
fucking world.
else? What is there? Go back in this conversation. I spoke.
Dude, he's so angry. What is
Way
this?
less than you, actually. All of them. Literally.
Yeah, you haven't made any good points. Oh yeah? Well, you're using Destiny tactics. This is so pathetic.
Every single.
You think
Destiny.
He can't engage in an argument. Yeah, Destiny said it first. You're not allowed to say that. That's what Destiny said.
Classic. It's like a
You're wrong
fucking.
about the way the conversation took place.
I think you do it in the exact
The fuck is a Destiny tactic? Fuck, I don't know. It's whatever I feel like it is in the moment.
same phrasing.
What was I
You've seen it
supposed
done
to
in
do?
debates every single.
It's when you make an argument in a way that I don't like.
What was I
time.
supposed to tell you? Would you have preferred if I said, just
Well, you were
rewind
wrong,
the video,
first of
my
all.
good
You were
friend.
wrong,
You will
first of all.
find that
You were wrong,
actually
first of
You
all.
have spoken more than
You
I
were
have.
wrong,
And the
first of
times
all.
that I was speaking for long periods, it was because you had interrupted me.
And second of all, you've been filibustering the whole conversation.
Do you actually think that 18 and 33 is okay? Like real shit?
Yeah, if nothing coercive is going on, yeah, why not?
Oh my god, you're a freak.
Holy
Well, what's the
shit.
problem? Wait, what's the moral wrong?
The
What's the
same
moral wrong?
problem for the same problem for 17 and 33.
So, also, Queen Man, just to point
Okay,
something out
you're
as well,
okay.
dude,
Why
I
do we
guess
have an
I'll
age?
try
Wait.
and
Pause.
reach across
I'm
the
talking to
board.
Dakota. I'm talking to Dakota now. Dakota,
Okay,
why
if
do we
you
have an
wanna
age of
have a
consent?
conversation,
Why
that's
do we have
cool.
an age of
Yeah,
consent?
you can have
Why
a
do we have an age of
conversation.
consent?
Because children can't consent.
Okay, why do we have an age
Did
of
you need to
consent
ask me
instead
that?
of
You didn't know?
why do we have an age of consent instead of individually evaluating every case?
We do individually evaluate the cases. That's how
Really?
trials
So
work,
if a
dummy.
30-year-old fucks a
what do you think
17,
Wait, does he think that those things are mutually exclusive? Does he think that you can't do both? You can't both individually judge each case and also have an age of consent? Does he think that those are at odds with each other?
year-old.
is.
So if a 30-year-old fucks a 17-year-old in an 18 age of consent state, that's
Yeah, that
considered
goes to
not.
court.
Okay, will it be deemed not illegal
Yeah, can you answer my question as a Destiny tactic exactly?
if they had shown to fuck them?
Most likely that'll be illegal.
So it's not done individually, is it? It's always illegal.
I need to pee. This shit is too
Darn
hard.
it, aren't you?
It's always illegal if the age is below the age of consent, right? As long as no Romeo and
No,
Juliet
there are
exception.
cases where you don't have mens rea. There are cases where you don't have mens rea, and in those cases, it wouldn't be illegal.
No, it would still be illegal. You just wouldn't be able to bring prosecution.
No, for anything to be illegal, it has to be the case that you have both aspects of the crime. The two aspects of a crime are actus reus and mens rea, right?
Yeah.
Right. Okay, there you go, dummy.
So that's for prosecution. The act is still illegal. Fucking someone who's underage is still
What do you
illegal.
think actus reus is?
That's the act. Yeah.
That's the act. Yeah, you have to have two components for the crime. Like
Yeah,
you just
for the-
agreed. You have to
to-
have
to
both the
prosecute it,
action
yes.
and both the type of intent. That can be negligent intent.
the-
that can
the-
be malicious intent.
The crime does not require the mens rea. It does not, in the
Yes, it
crime,
does.
require mens rea. For a prosecution, you need mens rea. That's hashed out in court. But the actual act is the part that's illegal.
I'm sorry. Are you? Maybe you have like literally no idea what the fuck you were talking about. Have you ever heard the phrase in your life "innocent until proven guilty"?
Yes.
Okay, so you know what that means, right?
It means that you don't prosecute until you've proven it.
No.
Yes.
No, it does not mean that you don't prosecute until you've proven it. It does not mean that.
Okay, what does it mean then, Dakota?
The proving it happens after prosecution. You bring you prosecute them.
Sorry, conviction. Sorry, conviction. Jesus Christ, are you fucking retarded?
You know literally nothing. I'm retarded. You just admitted you got that wrong. You're clearly retarded.
Because I used prosecution in place of conviction.
Every word you have.
Because I used prosecution in place of conviction.
You don't know anything about this. Obviously, if you have not committed the crime, if you don't have both aspects of the crime, to prosecute a crime, it has to be the case that what you're trying to do is prove that they both have actus reus and mens rea.
Oh my god, this is so insufferable. Holy shit. This is crazy. Holy shit. The camera followed? Yeah, I know. Dude. I'm getting a headache. Chat, do I keep watching this shit? Do I keep watching this shit or do we, like, continue tomorrow? They brought in a third person. It's getting good. Do we keep covering this? Skip the live? I don't wanna watch the live part. I don't feel like it. What is it? What the fuck is he talking about right now? Is he talking about me? Is he talking about yours truly? The great Femyoz? He better be talking about me.
Constantly in their last call, and then you dipped. Why should I let you speak? Go on, though.
No.
I'm nice like that. Go on.
I've been look. I certainly interrupt.
No, go on, talk. I'm not going to interrupt you. Go ahead. Go for it.
But I'm also known for listening to people sometimes and patiently hearing them out. So don't cast me.
Known by whom? Who knows this? Who knows?
Dude, I don't care about this. This shit is boring. Like what is this?
Nobody
I don't know what the
cares.
context
So when
is.
Queeman's like, what did you do in order to incur all these people calling you a pedophile or a pedophile or whatever? The reason why that's a question is because otherwise nobody would be talking about you at all. So you must have done or said something to incur that because you
How much of Bunk versus Queeman is left? I'm not sure. I think it's Dakota versus Queeman.
are not an entity to
After a certain point, and then it becomes Bunk versus Queeman for a little bit more. I could be wrong.
anybody until you make a spectacle of yourself like you're doing
Why would he talk about you? Well, because I'm talking about him. That's like the only reason I think.
right now.
Sunday.
Kind of jealous of your hair, not gonna lie. Thank you.
How can you explain that every normal person I spoke to in my real life about this subject agrees with me and thinks you are a smearer?
Because there's two reasons for this. The first is that your personality selects for people who are not normal, and you can't tell the difference. And the second one is that you probably skip. And the second one is that you probably make the normal people you do encounter very uncomfortable, and they are not inclined to disagree with you in person.
I have no idea what's going on.
So like my mum. Like my mum.
Like your mom. Sometimes parents are scared of their children.
Yeah, well,
If I was in your mother.
Yeah, I have no idea what the fuck is happening here. I don't know. Maybe this is something to cover tomorrow. I don't care about that. Chad, what do you guys think? Your face looks fun to decorate? What the fuck does that mean? Your face looks fun to decorate. That's a... What the fuck does that mean? Should I be scared for my life? Should I be shivering my timbers? Is that Chud Logic, who is President Sunday talking to? No, he's talking to Queefman and some other dude, I think. I don't fucking know. Is this live? No, I just predicted your message. A little painting on your face? I don't know what that means. What does it mean to decorate it? Decorate? I don't know what the fuck. What is that supposed to mean? Queefman? Yeah, that's what I call him. Queefman, queer man. There's a lot of things you can call him. Makeup? Why didn't you just say makeup then? I don't know. It sounds like makeup. Oh, my mistake. All British people sound the same to me? Yeah, fair. That's fair. I don't know. I'll look into whatever the fuck the President Sunday thing is. I don't know. I think I'm just gonna do a just chatting thing because it's cutesy. Sorry, I'm like in a very like... I don't even know. I'm brain damaged from what I just watched. I think they're trying to say they want to... I'm not reading the rest of that, but that was what I was scared of, Lily. If that's what they mean... That's why I was like... hesitant to say thanks. Because, like, that's kind of what it sounded like. But I wasn't sure. Yeah. If that's the case, then that's fucking crazy. Anyways. Yeah, so... I'm not saying that was their intent, but that is kind of what it came across as. But I didn't want to say that. I didn't want to say that.
Anyways,
I'm overstimulated and I'm watching this while stimming. Well, I hope you enjoy your stimming session. Yeah, you could have worded that a little bit better. I'm not gonna lie. I'm not gonna lie. It sounded kind of wrong. Do you have a Nintendo Switch? If so, what is your favorite game? I do not have a Nintendo Switch, but I have played Smash Bros. On other people's Switches with them, which is generally quite fun. It's been a while since I've done that, though. I wasn't, like, particularly good, but I had a good time. I would always play as King Dedede, okay? Fucking, dude, I just remember, like, I would always spam, like, the little, you know, like, the little spike ball thingies? I would just spam those. It'd be really fucking annoying, right? It was my favorite thing ever. No, King Dedede. Like, I don't know, it's like, I don't know how else to explain it. Smash Bros, that's what he said. I see. It did not sound wrong, you're just dirty-minded? Well, that's what I wasn't sure, so that's why I didn't really say anything. And then somebody else said what I kind of thought might have been the case. Like, I wasn't sure. And I'm like, if that's what that means, that's fucking weird as hell. And, yeah, I don't know. It didn't come to my mind. Dude, I don't know. Dude, I'm just, like, so, like, maybe I'm just a paranoid schizophrenic. Maybe it's the case that I'm just, like, constantly on edge. I didn't mean that. I'm so sorry, then. I did not mean to misinterpret that. The Gooner thing came down. That's what I was worried about. Like, I didn't want to endorse it just in case that was the case. Like, just in case it was a Gooner thing, I didn't want to endorse it. Because I wasn't sure. Because, like, I don't hear people say that usually. I'm with Femi on this one? Yeah. Y'all have Gooner brain? No. I don't think so. I think it's just the case that I've been subject to so many messages that are fucking wild that it's to be expected at this point. It's not that I'm Gooner-brained. It's just like I've gotten so many Gooner messages that I'm always prepared for them, I guess you could say, right? So like if somebody says something that's kind of obscure that could be interpreted in that way, then it's like, it might be. That might be what it means. King Dedede is a freaky pick? Oh, Dedede, I see. So you are infected? No, it's quite the opposite. I'm trying to stay pure, okay? I'm trying to stay pure. I don't want to get infected. That's why I have to be on edge. When I goon, I feel low energy, low self-esteem, and gross. Yeah, that's fair. Just do whatever maximizes your happiness, okay? As long as it doesn't hurt anybody. I could see it now. I might have read ahead and saw the makeup. And I would have made the connection. You're an attractive trans woman on the internet. It's not surprising. You get a lot of messages like that. I feel like it doesn't even matter if you're attracted. I think that no matter what, you're gonna get messages from chasers and whatnot. And people that say weird stuff. No, don't worry, Autistic Trash Panda. This was not your fault. You didn't realize. You just worded something bad. It's okay to word things bad, alright? I'm not judging you for it. You just worded it a little bit weird and it came across as something else to some people. Wow, skipped on my message. Trans misandry confirmed. True. I'm very misandrist. Wait, what was your original message? I actually don't know. Hold on. Channel activity. AGP, unable to distinguish gooning from normal messages. What else is... That's a crazy thing to say. That's 100% going into the Google Doc? What, the fact that I misinterpreted a message? Like, I'm sorry, but I've gotten so many people saying weird shit in chat where I didn't know what it means because I'm fucking autistic, and then somebody has to explain it to me. So if I don't know what something means, there's like a 50-50 chance that it's some gooner shit. You're cooked, bro. Rip, it's so over. Dude, this is fucked up. Alright? This is very ableist of you. I can't believe you would hate me for being autistic. It's fucked up. I stopped posting pics on socials because of chasers. Yeah, that's fair. Do you ever take your choker off? No, it stays on at all times. You just have good features and proportions. That's all I meant. I'm autistic too. I didn't think of that. Yeah, we're both autistic. That's like 1/27th of the reasons to get hate so, oh, to hate gets so real? Fuck. I am illiterate as hell. Holy shit. I'm actually retarded. Holy fuck. That's true, that's true. As long as you, holy fuck. I can't even get a sentence out. As long as you acknowledge that it's ableism, then it's based. Fuck me. I actually can't even talk anymore. Holy fuck. Dude, my brain rotted from what we just watched today. Pyro, stop streaming from your alt is crazy. Holy shit. You look a little tired. I am. We just watched, like, the most cancerous debate. Like, holy shit. I actually got fucking lobotomized from that shit. It was, like, fucking awful. Like, Queeman just didn't engage in any of the arguments. It was, like, really insufferable. The entire time. Like, holy shit. Like, I just couldn't finish it. It was so bad. It was so bad. Yeah, hey baby girl, will you let me lobotomize your ass? That's some incredible riz for sure. The hair, what about the hair? You fuck with the side part. This is how you can tell I'm trans, alright? Trans women always go for the most extreme side parts, okay? Cis women barely do this. This is like the easiest way to, well, I mean, there's like a lot of easy ways to clock me. The outfits, the voice, the face structure, the hair. But that's besides the point. Fucking marvelous hair. Thank you. I hope that's not sarcastic. I can't detect sarcasm sometimes. I'm very sorry. I've come to the realization that I just don't know. So it's like, anytime something could be perceived as sarcastic, maybe, I'm just like super agnostic on it. The number of times somebody has said something like sarcastic and it's just like I don't pick up on it because I'm retarded is actually wild. Like, I'm more autistic than I thought I was. It's crazy. I'm like becoming more and more self-aware as to how fucking autistic I am and how obvious it is. I thought that I was okay, part of it is I don't really bother masking anymore because it's like effort and I just don't like it. And part of it is like, I don't know. I was probably always visibly autistic. But people could always tell and they just didn't say anything. Because it's not socially acceptable to go up to an autistic person and say, hey, by the way, dude, I think it's really obvious that you have autism if it's not relevant to the conversation. So I don't know. But there have been many instances where like I've asked, holy shit. I've asked somebody in person, like, is it obvious? And they're like, nah. But are they being polite? I don't know. To be fair, holy shit, I can't get a sentence out. What the fuck? I'm like really autistic today. I can't even speak properly. No, I feel like it's a lose-lose. Either it's the case that I mask, in which case I'm not myself, or I don't mask, in which case it's really obvious that I'm autistic, because I'm not actively thinking about it, right? Like, if I'm actively trying to emulate somebody that I'm not, I'm better at navigating social situations because I'm hyper-fixated on them, but also at the same time, it's so draining. Like, it is one of the most draining things imaginable. Is it okay to call autistic people the R word if you're also autistic? Yeah, I call people retarded all the time. I would also argue that, like, you can just say the word retarded regardless. Like, I just don't care. It's just not a big deal. It's not something that I moral fag about because it's just, like, kind of a nothing burger, but maybe that's just me. I don't know. Maybe that's just me. Anyways. Holy shit. I want to spread my autism with vaccines. That's incredibly based. My life was so good, but got ruined today. I'm sorry to hear that, Sid. Nah, you chill like that. Chat, should I take an autism test on stream at some point? I feel like that'd be a great stream idea. I don't know, maybe I could even turn that into a video, like, taking the autism test. I already know what I'm gonna get, but it would just be fun to go through my thought process, answering the questions. Will drinking the estrogen in the water give me huge tits? You better believe it will. That's actually where gynecomastia comes from, is people drinking too much water and staying hydrated, in which case they're increasing the level of estrogen in their system, which causes them to grow boobs. Anyways, this is the first stream of yours I have seen. I did not know that you are trans until I saw the title. I went to like it. Oh, well, thank you. Thank you. I appreciate that. Oh my god. Femyoz is autistic confirmed. I know, it's crazy. Who would have guessed? Me being fucking autistic? Holy shit, bro. That's crazy. Do you play games on stream? Not usually. That's not the main thing I do. I don't even know how to categorize my channel. I think that the majority of my streams have some sort of just chatting element to them for the most part. So stuff like this. And then I go through various different topics sometimes. Sometimes I'll literally just have a stream where it's just chatting. It's just this. It's just me talking to you guys like I am right now. And sometimes that's like what I do for like 4 hours at once, right? And other times I'll do like a segment where I'll watch like a debate and analyze it, or maybe I'll actually debate somebody occasionally. I rarely do that. I need to do that more. It's good content. Sometimes I talk about YouTube drama. Sometimes I talk about politics. I just sort of talk about whatever I feel like, whatever I'm interested in. Sometimes I cover weird lolcows. It just depends on what I feel like, or what's interesting to me in the moment. And your voice is so chill. Thank you, Caitlin. I appreciate that. Can we get an ethnicity tier list? Stream is crazy. Yo, I was thinking about that. If the water turns the frogs gay and then into female, why not human? That's so true. Do you remember me? I apologize, Frankie, but I do not. Real hair? You better believe it is. Gender tier list? Based. I could either be... okay, I could take it one of two ways. I could either make a tier list that's, like, really misogynistic, or a tier list that's really misandrist. I'm not sure which way I want to take it, right? It would have to be one of the two. I don't know, chat. What do you think? Should I be misandrist or misogynistic? I actually don't know. I feel like both of them would be funny. I'm just like trying to think, okay, what would piss off the greatest number of people? Like what would make the most people angry? I'm trying to think. What would be the theoretical consequences of overdosing on estrogen? Fuck, I don't know. Dying, maybe? I've no, like overdosing? I mean, I don't know. I've never tried it. Xenogender tier list based on how cool the name sounds? Maybe. How long you been trans for? Well, I've been trans for my entire life. So, 20 years. I think the question you mean to be asking me, maybe potentially, something along the lines of like, how long have you been out as trans? How long have you been transitioning for? When did you find out you were trans? When did you start HRT? Maybe something like that. If you're wondering when I started transitioning, or I guess medically transitioning, I started HRT, a bit over 1.5 years ago, so... Oh, I thought you were a femboy? I was. I called myself a femboy for the longest time. I fall asleep while watching your streams because your voice is so calming. Well, I'm glad that I help you sleep then. That's good. Sleeping is good. You should sleep. Anyways. Racial slur tier list? Dude. Where do you guys put the N-word? Do you think that... Does the N-word go in S tier? What do you guys think? I mean, it is a pretty... What about the F slur? Where does that one go? I think that's at least A tier, right? I think that troon is definitely S tier because it's such a silly word. Such a funny word. There's actually a train station in Scotland called the Troon Station. So I think I'm going to have to put that one in S tier because there's like a train station named after it. N-word is S tier, absolute staple. Yeah. I think that the only thing that would knock it down is that it's a little bit overdone. F-word is definitely a D, really? I don't know, it can be pretty funny sometimes. You muted me for 24 hours on one of your streams? Well, yeah, it doesn't surprise me that I don't remember you. You probably said something that wasn't very important. So, it's most likely the case that it was one of my mods. It could have been me. It could have been me doing it as a bit. Well, you were also being annoying. I don't know. I don't remember everybody that gets timed out. And where was S tier in 2016? That's true. It was in 2016, it would be undisputed, right? It would be undisputed. There'd be no debate. In 2024, because it's been a bit overdone, I don't know, maybe low S, high A. It's really hard to say. Yeah, and word just isn't the meta anymore. Yeah, I don't know. It's hard to say. Wait, would the bad ones be in S tier or F? Well, we're not basing it off of whether or not it's good or bad. We're basing it off of the comedic value. Like, what's the funniest? Which slur is the funniest, okay? So, like, Troon would be an S tier because it's like one of the funnier ones, right? Where does Cracker go? I think definitely A tier. It's pretty good, but, I think it's one of those, underrated ones. Cracker is C tier? Nah, dude, it's a little bit higher than that. It's a little bit underrated. Love the brush, very colorful. Anyways. Love the brush. I'm so glad you love the brush. It's the bisexual hairbrush. I don't know how anybody could not love it, you know? Where does... I don't know what the fuck that is. I'm not gonna say it. I don't know what the fuck that is. Cracker isn't... Cracker is S tier. I live for being called a cracker. Yeah, there's like a little bit of disagreement on that one. That one's a controversial one. Because if you use it unironically, it's unfunny. Yeah, that's true. Well, generally, slurs aren't very funny when they're used unironically. It's just well, no, I think that some of them can be funny when they're used unironically. Yeah, you know what? You do have a fair point. Because Troon is funny both ironically and unironically. Like, it's just like I laugh no matter what. No matter what the context is. It's fucking hilarious. It's a funny word. I guess whether or not it's used ironically or unironically simply determines whether or not I'm laughing at or with you. But that's besides the point. Where does redneck fall? Redneck is not a slur. Anyways. Is the N-word funny? It can be. I think any slur can be funny. Like, I don't think an intrinsic property of any slur is that it's funny or unfunny, right? There's no rule or intrinsic property of any given word, right? It really depends on the context, right? Now, if we're going to do it based on majority of use cases, then it would definitely knock the N-word down quite a few tiers. But if we're basing it off of, like, what is the maximum amount of comedic value you can get from it? Like, what is the funniest possible case scenario? Then it would probably be S tier, right? But generally, it's going to be the case that it would be funny not on the basis of the word itself, right? It would just, like, add comedic value, or, like, the joke wouldn't be as funny without it, right? Does cunt really count as a slur? I don't know if I don't agree with that. That's not a slur. I don't care. I don't know. Is it a slur? Fuck, is it a slur? Is cunt a slur? I mean, it's saying that it's offensive, but, like, usually disparaging an obscene term from when... That doesn't answer the question that I'm asking. Dude, what is this? What's so bad about the C word? You're calling it the C word? It's just cunt. Bro, it ain't that big of a deal. Jesus Christ. What is this cuck shit? Okay, well, they have it here. Why do you have to put it in quote? I guess, I don't know. Maybe that's more grammatically... I don't know. Cunt is not a slur, but vulgar as an insult. Okay. Although it is associated with misogyny, it is nothing like the N-word. Yeah, no fucking shit. Did you know that the word cunt isn't the same as the N-word? Holy fuck. Who would have guessed? That's crazy. Damn, that's insane. Whoa. What about Chiga? Oh my god. Is that a slur? Fuck. I might have just said a slur by accident. That's fucked up. I'm gonna get canceled now. Gray area? Fuck. I don't know. It's such a goofy word. It's like, I can't take... Anyone that says that shit unironically is, somebody that I will never take seriously ever. To be fair, that applies to most slurs. Generally, when somebody says slurs unironically in a non-comedic context, I'm just not gonna take them seriously. Yeah, there's, like, a different slur that, refers to Asian people that I'm not gonna say on stream. Yeah, what's up, my chiga? Just don't say it with the hard R. Yeah, we're learning slurs in chat today. Oh my lord. Alright. Don't say too many slurs, chat, okay? Pretzel is now a slur for white people. I don't believe you. No, that's not true. That's not a slur. You're wrong. Femyoz canceled 2.0? Yeah, dude, I'm gonna get canceled. It's fucked up. Do you say the N-word? I don't know. I'll let your imagination make that determination. On stream, no, I generally don't. On Discord, I might occasionally. In private. I'm not gonna pretend like I'm not gonna fucking lie to you. Be like, no, I would never say the N-word, because that would be evil, right? You just have to understand the context, right? I think that it's okay to say the N-word in instances in which it is utility maximizing, right? So if it's the case that it's like a private group chat or VC where nobody's gonna get offended by it, but it adds comedic value, right? Then it would be like a morally good thing to say, right? But that's not most circumstances, so in most cases, I won't say it, right? It really depends on whether or not it's utility maximizing. Anyways, Jew is a slur depending on the inflection. Is it? I don't know. I don't know if I would say that it's a. I guess you could use it. I guess you could use it derogatorily. Well, usually if somebody wants to call a Jewish person a slur, they'll use the silly K word, the silly word that's 4 letters and starts with the letter K. You know, Bottomyos is a slur. It's S tier. I don't know. That's not, you're just saying that anything is a slur. Nincompoop. Yeah, that one's. Oh fuck! I said the N-word. It's crazy. Jewery is a funny word, and all it means is doing Jewish stuff, but it sounds like a slur. It sounds like something you would hear on 4chan. You can't dethrone the Lord? What if I am the Lord? Then you would just have to acknowledge the notion that I am the Lord and that you can't dethrone me, right? Yeah, Jesus gave me head. Jesus gave me head. Anyways. Whore? Does whore count as a slur? I don't know. I mean, if that counts as a slur, I mean, that's one that I say all the time. To be fair, I say retard all the time. That's technically a slur. Fuck, I don't know. Is Skibidi a slur? Whoa. You just dropped the S-bomb like that? That's fucked up. To be fair, I just did as well. You think you're the king? I'm the king. Holy shit. Holy fuck, dude. I just got blown the fuck out in the free marketplace of ideas by Famous Sigma. Holy shit. That's crazy. May Jesus be with all of you. Jesus died and stayed dead. R.I.P. Bozo. Rip Bozo. L. Skill issue. Jesus licked my toes. That's true. He was most known for having a foot fetish. The worst slur of them all is Fortnite. That's true. I'm the one who knocks. What the fuck does that mean? Or does that count as a slur? Fuck, how do we even categorize whether or not something is a slur or not? How do we categorize? Because, cracker is technically a slur. But, is it offensive? Not really. So I don't think it's based on whether or not something is offensive, right? Because cracker doesn't really offend. No normal person is gonna get offended if somebody calls them a fucking cracker. Hillbilly is listed on the Wikipedia page of racial slurs. Is that true? Is that real? That's not, no, that's fake. That has to be satire. It means someone who cracks a... Okay, you're going the Keemstar route. Holy shit. You're going the fucking Keemstar route. Holy fuck. That's what Keemstar said. Alright. Of course there is. It's Wikipedia. I mean, is Wikipedia a reliable source of information? Femyoz getting evangelized? True. Everyone knows that if you evangelize in chat, everyone that's reading your messages will eventually convert. That's how it works. Keem is bald? True. He's a bald gnome. It's true. There's a wiki page for all ethnic slurs. Look it up. Most of them are just stupid. Dude, we gotta make the tier list on that basis. Wikipedia is peak. Is Gok Goblin a slur? No, but it should be. That's too powerful. That's too powerful to not be a slur. That's my position. It's just such a powerful phrase that, we have to make it a slur. Yeah, Keemstar is a bald retard. I agree. Gok is based. True. But yeah, no, calling somebody a Gok Goblin is just, anti-chaser discrimination. Straggit is making the list next. Oh my god. Anyways. Stinky poo-poo hat is bait. Whoa, alright, that's too far. I'm gonna have to permaban. Keemstar built like a defective ball. Keemstar is such a strange specimen. I will never understand why Keemstar is the way that he is. I just can't comprehend why. Just like, why is he like this? I hate the word gawk, it's so bad. That's why it's funny. Gawk and sheeness is fucking awful. Chat, what do you prefer, gawk or sheeness? I don't know. What do you guys think is better? Oh my god. Those are incredible names. Neither. Gawk. I feel like there definitely aren't enough slurs for men. Well, I just think that there aren't enough slurs in general. I think there just need to be more slurs. Sheeness is horrible. Sheeness is worse by far. I don't know what's funnier, gawk or sheeness. Because like anytime somebody says sheeness, it's like less expected, right? It's not. I wouldn't go as far as to say that it throws me for a loop, but like, I mean, I don't know. It gets a little bit close. Sheeness sounds funnier. Yeah, that's the thing. Is it is pretty funny, but at the same time, it's probably because we just don't hear it as often. But if we heard it the same amount, it would probably get more old. I had someone refer to a girl dick as hen. That's fucking weird. Sheeness is Chud Logic's favorite word. Yeah, whenever I hear whenever I hear the word sheeness, I just think of Chud Logic, which makes it infinitely funnier. Sheeness Shielder, yeah. Anyways. Hen works. The thing about cis men is that they're offended no matter what we call them. Yeah, I mean, I don't know. It depends on the cis man. I wouldn't say that the entire category of people that we classify as cis men would be offended, right? It's just gonna be like a loud vocal minority, right? I think you're just like centralizing them, which I would have to disagree with. I think a lot of them might get offended, right? But like you could apply that same logic to like any category of people, right? It's like the same thing that people say about us, right? When people are talking about trans people, oh fuck, they're always snowflakes. They always get offended so easily, and it's like, okay, that's just like not true. Like there's gonna be a lot of cases where that's true, but like it's not like it's not in some sort of intrinsic property to being trans, right? I would apply the same line of reasoning to cis men. I would argue that most cis men probably don't care, but I could be wrong. I keep forgetting that a lot of cis men are evil. Yeah, I know. I'm personally against villainizing cis men broadly. I just don't think we should essentialize people on the basis of an immutable characteristic. I would argue that being a cis man is an immutable characteristic. Right? So based on those two premises, we can conclude that it's bad to essentialize cis men, right? Like there's like anything you say about cis men is not going to be an intrinsic property of being a cis man, right? I'm a cis man and it's all good. Yeah, exactly. Like if cis men were like super easily offended, I don't think they'd be watching my streams. The term snowflakes makes me want to kill myself. I mean, I don't know. It depends on the context. Depends on the context, really. I think that there's going to be some instances where it's just a fucking stupid thing to say. Just like, it doesn't make any sense. It's like, I don't know. Like if somebody is like, wow, I think that pedophilia is bad. And then somebody responds to it by being like, you've gone woke. You're just a snowflake. Me personally, I don't care. I think that the person that's saying you're a snowflake is a fucking freak, right? I think it just depends on the context, right? But like if somebody gets like offended over like an obvious joke or something, like if I'm like, I don't know, if I make like an obvious joke about religion, whether it be about Islam or Christianity, and then somebody gets offended, then I think it's fair to call them a snowflake, right? Or if like somebody gets offended because I used the term cisgender, heaven forbid, then like, yeah, I'm gonna make fun of them, obviously. People do that on Twitter all the time, Femi. Yeah, that doesn't surprise me. There's a reason I don't use Twitter. It's just infested with like the worst people in all of existence. I can't stand it. Yeah. Animal abusers suck. You've gone woke. What a snowflake. Yeah, exactly. It's actually crazy. But yeah. I heard Blue Sky isn't so bad. Yeah, it could definitely be worse for sure. I don't know. I haven't had any issues with Blue Sky. It's definitely like a platform with like a much more left-leaning user base. It's definitely like a lot better than Twitter, but I don't know. It's just not that interesting to me a lot of the time, so I don't really use it that much. I I feel like there's just like not enough arguing with each other, but maybe that's just me personally. I don't know. Like I need something, I feel like I need something between Blue Sky and Twitter. Like Blue Sky feels like a, I don't know if I want to go as far as to say it feels like a hug box, but like, I don't know. It feels like there's like not that many disputes that happen on Blue Sky. I feel like there's just like not enough drama. Whereas on Twitter, like it's just like the most cancerous shit imaginable. Like there needs to be like some sort of middle ground, you know? Maybe you could say that like both Blue Sky and Twitter are two different vices, right? You could like from like a virtue ethicist's perspective, you'd argue that you would need something between the two, right? But maybe that's just me. I don't know. I'm not a virtue ethicist, by the way. I just think it's a funny argument. Anyways. Let's see here. You think Trump will actually try taking over Canada? Fuck, I don't know if he's gonna try. If he does, he's gonna fail. But I think it's like fucking crazy that like, I don't know, like the person that is, you know, he's gonna be our president, right? He's like he's our president, right? And he's gonna be in office. And the person that's in office, you know, the person that's like in the #1 position of power in our country says that they want to annex Canada. Like, he's fucking crazy. That's an insane thing to say. I'm sorry. Annex Canada. That is the most absurd thing I have ever heard. Like, that's an insane statement. That is a crazy thing to say. I think he's trolling to me. And he's not trolling. He's not trolling. I can assure you. I would know if he was trolling. Canada should take blue states in exchange for free healthcare and abortions. Well, he said he was going to build a wall, and that ever happened. Taking over a country seems like a larger task than building a wall. Yeah, I don't fucking know. I don't think he's going to do it, but I do think it demonstrates that he's fucking insane, right? And I don't want an insane person to be in office. I guess best case scenario is he's like, I don't know, too mentally incompetent to get anything done. But anyways, Trump is actually mentally disabled. Yeah, the fact that we have like an insane person in office and people are just like cool with that is fucking crazy to me. Like, holy shit. Like, you cannot tell me that somebody that says that they're gonna annex Canada as the president of the United States, unironically, that's like their actual position. You can't tell me that that's a normal thing to believe. Like, did any of the voter base say, yeah, I'm gonna vote for Trump because he's more likely to fucking annex Canada? No, because that's insane. No normal person would think, yeah, dude, I really hope that Donald Trump annexes Canada. I'm gonna go vote for him, right? Most of the people that voted for Trump, while they might be politically illiterate, right, and while I might disagree with them, they weren't voting for him on the basis of whether or not he's gonna fucking annex Canada, right? That most likely didn't occur. And it just wasn't a thought that came up in their minds, right? Most people just thought, oh, he's gonna make inflation less bad. Or, oh, I just want the border to be more secure, right? They might not be thinking about the issues that much, but I don't think that they're so stupid that they think it's a good idea to annex Canada. But I could be wrong. I could be wrong. AOC takes 2028 easy? I wish it was that easy. Femyoz for president then? True. I should be the president. My family voted for him 3 times. Jesus. I am so sorry to hear that. Jesus, fuck. Then again, I don't know. Being deranged hasn't stopped him from being successful. I mean, I thought that January 6th was enough in 2020 for him to not get elected again, and here I stand corrected. I mean, I don't know. But anyways, the biggest retard Trump voters were the ones, were the ones on government assistance, like they're actually fucking dumb. Oh yeah, absolutely. For sure. 100%, 100 million %. Trump's not getting kicked out. He was way better than a president who can't speak correctly. What? Do you think that he's like mentally competent? Do you think that a person that says that they're going to annex Canada as the president is mentally competent enough to run a country? I can assure you he's not, right? Just because Joe Biden has fucking dementia doesn't magically mean that Trump is going to be a good president. That's fucking stupid. It's also the case that Trump was running against Kamala Harris, who isn't mentally incompetent and doesn't intend on doing insane shit. Like, I don't know, fucking annexing Canada. Like, does that not, I don't know, sound insane to you? Does that not ring any alarm bells? You're just like, oh, annexing Canada? Of course. That sounds like a very reasonable policy position. No, of course not. That doesn't sound reasonable in the slightest. There's no way you actually think that that's reasonable. Like, if you're saying that's reasonable, you're coping. It's just a fucking lie. Anyways. People just love bringing up Joe Biden. Speaking is the main reason why Trump's automatically better. Yeah, as if he was running against Biden the whole time as well. Like, what? Honestly, I'm going to be completely honest. If Joe Biden says nothing just because he doesn't have the capacity to formulate sentences anymore, I think that's a lot better than saying you're going to fucking annex Canada. He wants Greenland and the Panama Canal too. Yeah, it's insane. It's batshit crazy. Biden might be retarded, but he doesn't say anything like that. He doesn't say anything to that level, to that fucking degree. Like, I'm sorry. I would rather have a dementia patient in office than somebody that openly says that they intend on annexing Canada and Greenland. Like, I'm sorry, but he's a nutcase. He's an actual nutcase. Anyways. Yeah, I'm sure that, like, I'm sorry, but wouldn't the average conservative be against getting into more national debt? So, like, let's say it's, fuck. So let's say it's the case that, like, I don't know, like, it costs some amount of money. Let's say it costs like $1 billion to whatever, annex Canada, right? It's going to cost some amount of money, right? It's not free. It's like, you're not going to annex Canada for free, even if you get that done, right? Wouldn't you just be increasing national debt? Isn't that something conservatives are supposed to be against? Like, if you're a fiscal conservative, and that's one of the reasons you voted for Trump, like, isn't he doing the opposite? If you're an isolationist and that's why you voted for Trump, isn't he doing the complete opposite? Like, wasn't the whole point that, like, he puts America first or whatever the fuck, and now he's doing the Oh, no, I'm actually not going to put America first. I'm not going to focus on bettering your lives. No. Instead of bettering your lives, I'm going to annex Canada. Like, that, in what way is annexing Canada going to better your life as the median voter? Please, tell me. I'd like to know. Like, I'm sorry, but the dude is a nutcase. If you hate Trump so much, then why do you have a comb-over? Do you think that any side part is just like the same thing as a comb-over? Also, didn't Trump get a haircut? Didn't he lose the comb-over? Yeah, they have no idea. They actually have no idea. Holy yap, Trump is better and you can't pick a gender, it's simple. Incredible counter-argument. I love how you didn't engage in anything I just said. You're just not capable of engaging. It's actually crazy. You're just not capable of having a normal conversation. It's impressive. Like, the level of stupidity is genuinely crazy. I don't know. Maybe the median voter is this stupid. I don't fucking know. I don't know. I don't know if I want to make that extrapolation. Trump has grandma hair? Yeah, that's a little bit of an understatement. He has a mullet now? Damn, that's crazy. But apparently liberals are the ones who can't think for themselves. Yeah. And, like, I guess if you're, like, a centrist, you can make the argument, well, you see, there's, like, people on both sides that can think for themselves, which is true, but if this is what a Trump supporter has to do to justify their position, then are they really thinking for themselves? No. I would argue that they're not, right? Like, if I was supporting, like, let's say Kamala Harris got into office, okay? Let's say I had things my way, okay? And now she's in office, okay? She's the new president of the United States of America, and the first thing she says is, I'm going to annex Canada. I would be the number one person criticizing her. I'd be like, Kamala, that's fucking crazy. What are you doing? Why are you trying to annex Canada? That's a crazy position to hold. How the fuck are you going to do that? How are you going to get anybody to agree with that? And I guarantee you, if Kamala Harris were to get elected, all of the conservatives that are supporting Trump currently would look at that and be like, hey, that's actually fucking crazy, right? They would use it as evidence in favor of Trump being a better pick. Right? They'd be like, oh, well, shit, told you that Kamala Harris doesn't know what she's doing, right? I guarantee you, all of the same people that are defending Trump right now, if it was the case that Kamala Harris was in office right now and said the same fucking thing, they would all collectively agree that she's a fucking nutcase, right? So why don't you apply that same standard to Trump? Oh, well, because it's different when Trump does it, I guess, for some wacky reason. Like, I don't know. Anyways, Trump is an Oompa Loompa. That's true. Conservatives are already pissed at Trump for going back on his immigration policy. They are already regretting voting for him. Yeah, I mean, I don't know. It's hard to say. In 2017, he was nowhere near this unhinged in his rhetoric before taking office. No, literally. Like, he's gotten crazier and crazier. Like, if in 2016, he started out by saying, yeah, I'm going to annex Canada, nobody would have voted for him. He would have he would have been the first person to lose the primaries. He would have stood no chance. But it's like the Overton window has shifted so far right, and people are so stupid they don't even realize. Like, they don't even realize, yeah, no one in the GOP is standing against him because they're all cucked. They're all complacent. Like, they're all willing to just go along with whatever the fuck he says. They're not going to give him any pushback. They don't give a fuck. They're just going to do whatever maximizes their own power. They don't actually care about whether or not it's good for the country. They don't care. Either way, it's like, it's just like not defensible. Nothing about it is defensible. I feel like he's crazier because that's what his audience wants. I don't think his audience wants him to annex Canada. Like, am I crazy for having that take? Like, if it was the case that Kamala Harris said that she was going to annex Canada, like, as like one of her policy positions, like, the Trump supporters would shit on her for that. Obviously. Like, that's intuitively the case. Like, you're lying if you say that they wouldn't. You're either lying or you don't know what the fuck you're talking about if you say that they wouldn't. They obviously would. Ah. Yeah, he's leaning into the craziness. It just doesn't make any fucking sense. I've completely tuned out of politics because I don't care about following the law much. And I got tired of it. It's really fun, actually. Yeah, that's fair. That's fair. I'm not explicitly like I'm not going to say I'm an apolitical channel because that wouldn't be honest either, but I'm not explicitly like a political channel either. I guess I am like kind of political, but like I guess I'm not a politics channel. That's a better way of putting it. I'm political sometimes at least, but I'm not a politics channel, right? I talk about other shit, but like, I don't know. I feel like something this fucking crazy is something I should weigh in on, but maybe that's just me. President-elect Elon Musk told Vice President Trump to annex Canada. Yeah, true. It's like, is this not an obvious example of corruption? Like, just doing whatever is like in his own financial best interest and not what's actually best for the country. It's just so fucking dumb. Yeah, felon being able to be president and pardon himself is also wild. It's like, okay, so if you're the president, I guess you're above the law. Yeah, the shadow president baby fur. No, literally. I will never get over the fact that Elon Musk is somebody that, A, has this much influence over Trump, and B, is an actual baby fur. Like, this has just been confirmed, like, a while ago. Like, the world we live in is fucking wild. We live in a crazy-ass society. That's, like, the only good thing about it is, like, the comedic value you get from it. Like, oh, shit, you have a baby fur. Like, an actual baby fur. Like, this fucking freak, who's just, like, got, like, a huge say over how the government operates for an entire country. Like, he just has, like, a massive say. Like, this fucking joke of a dude. Just because he was born into wealth. Like, it's actually wild. Can you imagine if Biden had made an explicit alliance with Jack Dorsey when he still owned Twitter? No, literally. Like, conservatives would be shitting on him if he did that. Like, that would be fucking crazy. That'd be insane. Nobody would support that on either side. Aside from, like, maybe a few establishment Dems that are going to support whatever the fuck, right? But aside from that, like, everyone would call that out and be like, wow, that's fucking shady as hell. Like, what are you doing? Rightfully so. Like, everyone would shit on him for that. But when Trump does it, oh, it's just like, yeah, that's normal. That's fine. Of course. Like, of course Trump is enough case. Like, of course. We know that, right? Yeah, all of the elites are falling in line. Like, all of the fucking weird-ass conspiracies that they made against the Dems are just projection at this point. Like, it's literally just what they're doing, right? And they don't, like, I don't understand how to make it any more obvious. Anyways. The constantly adjusting your hair is so real. Yeah. Just I'm never satisfied with it. I know. I shouldn't have to adjust it as much, though. I should be, like, a little bit more laid back on it. I should just be like, yeah, maybe I shouldn't constantly touch my hair, but oh well. But yeah, no, it's actually wild. I need to go to the bathroom. I'm gonna be right back. And then I'm gonna stream for like another 20 minutes. So, be right back. Time for piss break. Oh, before I do that, like, does it look better if it's like this or if it's tucked in? I've had it tucked in for the majority of stream. I don't know what looks better, actually. I have no idea. Alright, I'm gonna be right back, chat. Alright? Give me a minute. Alright? Alright. Here we go. Sorry, I'm back. Sorry for the small interruption. And, yeah, with that being said, I'll let the show continue. Quick, everyone go act casual. What are you all doing? I want that R2D2? True. Piss you? Jesus Christ, okay. You pee so fast, do I? I guess I try my best to. It's like as fast as I can while also washing my hands for 20 seconds. But it's like a speed run. But then there's like an inevitable 20 seconds because I'm gonna be fucking mad as, not mad as hell, but like, I don't know. I feel disgusting if I don't wash my hands for 20 seconds. Shotgun blast of piss is crazy. Pissyos, can we see your creepy up close? What the fuck does that mean? Is she a Hardy Boys enjoyer? I guess so. I haven't read a Hardy Boys book in years, but yeah. As a kid, I remember reading those. Well, at first my dad read them to me, and I got a little bit older, and he was like, you should read them, so that you read more, because you're an illiterate fuck, basically. Oh, the creeper. What about the creeper? I'm confused. You want to see the creeper? Okay. Fuck. You guys obsessed with all the shit in the background. Okay. Alright. This guy? I mean... yeah, I've had this motherfucker for like a long ass time. Old friend, I guess. Anyways, I'm gonna put him back. Oh man. W Creeper for real. I think what I want to do tomorrow, I want to do like a... Does anybody that watches me right now remember a series I did called Femyoz? Does anybody remember that when I would cover drama or investigate some sort of allegation, right? It was a series I did called Femyoz. It was like a something that I kind of ended a while ago abruptly because of the whole algorithm maxing thing. Yo, do it again? No. Vaguely. Yes. Yeah, I'm thinking of doing another episode of that tomorrow. Slop? No, I would argue that it's actually more high effort than what I do currently. What I'm thinking of doing is like I don't know, I also have a channel called that, yeah. But I was thinking of doing another episode of Femyoz tomorrow at some point. So I'm thinking maybe I do like one horizontal stream, which is the episode of Femyoz, and then I do a vertical stream, right? So I'm gonna like prepare a docket for the horizontal stream, and then maybe I turn the horizontal stream into like a second channel video. I don't know. We'll have to see. We'll have to see. Good night for real this time. Good night. Get some good sleep. But yeah, I'm definitely gonna. I don't know. Like it'd be like a little bit of a higher effort stream. They get less viewers. But the reason that I want to do that one horizontally is because while it is higher effort, it's like also like it's formatted in a way that's probably not going to do well in the shorts algorithm. Now, as for what we're going to cover, it's the Chud logic stuff, right? So you might have noticed that we covered a debate about it, but we didn't go over a lot of the important shit. I want to go over the entire, like all of like the DMs that were leaked with Chud logic. I want to read them out loud. Or maybe we'll have Destiny read them out loud because he covered it like 3 years ago. Because I want to watch Destiny sweep for the guy, essentially. Right? That's what I want to watch. I'm gonna go over that, sort of debunk it. So I might cover that. But I think it's something that's better to do it in a horizontal format because the VOD stays up forever, right? And having the VOD be horizontal is just preferable in general. And also because like it's just like it just makes more sense as a format, right? So like when I do just chatting streams, right? Because I'm just like responding to what people say in chat a lot of the time. It's like really good for like the shorts algorithm. Just because like people scrolling by can just like say whatever the fuck. I react to it. Hoo-ha, the whole world works, right? Whereas something like this is going to be like more of like there's going to be like a progression, right? Where like a lot of people that would just be scrolling by aren't going to know who the fuck any of these people are, right? So yeah. I also think that a commentary viewer, like the average commentary viewer, is more likely to watch a stream if it's horizontal rather than vertical, and if it has like a thumbnail. Because keep in mind that like before, and again, like one of the reasons I want to get back into that is, if I go to my channel, right? Like if you look at where my channel was and like what kind of shit I was doing before like my channel sort of blew up in the shorts algorithm, before it inevitably died again. Hold on, let's like scroll down. If I can find it. So like there's like a lot of content, right? So I really gotta scroll down, right? Like I've been doing like a lot of like these like vertical streams for like a while now, right? You have to scroll pretty far. Oh, here's like me covering drama. I forgot about this. Anyhow, this is drama. I think this is the last episode I did of Femyoz, if I'm not mistaken. I don't even think I counted this. I think I did this one vertically, but I could be wrong. Yeah, 71k views. That was definitely vertical. That was back when it would actually do something in the algorithm, to stream vertically. So like if you look here, right? So this is when I switched from doing commentary drama stuff to like the more just chatting type of stuff for the most part. And like sort of started covering lol cows and like really easy to make fun of stuff. But if you look before, Kevils is unironically evil. How Mudahar ended Kevil's career. How Kevil's destroyed her career. And then it's just more of like the just chatting stuff. And then like obviously stuff like this where it was like easy to react to. And you scroll back a little bit more. Queenman's a pathetic loser. Debating Chud Logic Live. The truth about Tipster's ex-mod. Nico Nerd interview. Dark Viper AU has lost the plot. So the further back you go, like the more you get into like the commentary stuff. Destiny gets bodied in debate with Synth. Trans people react to Crazy Turf featuring Calvin Guerra. Boogie 298 is worse than Tipster. I forgot about this one. My former fan became alt-right. That was a good stream. That was fun. TikTok ban will end free speech. I guess this was more political. And if you look here, like this right here is the last video from, or like, nope, this is the last stream from before I started the algorithm maxing arc, right? So if you look here, the truth about Ethan is online. How did the VOD almost get like how did I get 1.9k views? How does it almost 2,000 views? I specifically remember like the number of concurrents that it got was not very high. I guess people watched the VODs more than they watched the streams. Like people would watch the VODs like videos because it's sort of how I formatted them. So I might do that again in the future. Because if people watch the VODs, they're more likely to watch the streams in the future. So like if you look here, it was like very like I would do a thumbnail for each one. It was very high effort stuff. I would argue it was more high effort than what I do now. Too Mad died lol RIP Bozo. Oh my god, it was when we had the Vosh arc where at first I was like, okay, there's not enough evidence to condemn Vosh because at the time, based on what I had seen, there wasn't, right? And Ethan Klein was making really bad arguments against Vosh, so I doubled down on that position for a little bit. Until like the end of this, I think. And I realized that like, I don't think Vosh is entirely innocent. I realized like, okay, this is like, he's not completely innocent. Just because Ethan Klein's criticism is bad doesn't mean that like Vosh isn't. Because like I started noticing like some inconsistencies. I started coming up with like my own reasons for why Vosh is bad. Tipster's defense of Vosh. I think I criticized Tipster in this. Keffel's awful hit piece on Ethan Klein. I was like very balanced too. Like I was super balanced. Like I would shit on Ethan and Keffel's. So I didn't really pick sides unless like somebody was like unambiguously and 100% in the right. The truth about Vosh in the Populog. So that's me shitting on Vosh. Should we forgive Vosh? The answer is maybe, but probably not, I think. Ethan Klein is worse than Vosh. Right? So here's me saying that they're both bad. But like, I think the video was about Ethan Klein just being kind of dishonest and just doing what's convenient and doing shit for the wrong reasons and like, just like flip-flopping and not being genuine. I think I also made the argument that like, anyone that's like a Vosh fan is going to see his coverage and be like, well, you're obviously misrepresenting these arguments and focus on the wrong thing, right? And because it seems to be the case that Ethan Klein is willing to misrepresent some arguments that Vosh made in the past, it would logically follow potentially. Like if you don't actually see what's in the folder, that like maybe he's also misrepresenting the contents of the folder, right? Now, that turned out to not be the case, but there was like no way that I could have known that without actually seeing the contents of the folder, right? When I saw it was actually in the folder, I was fucking horrified. Hassan attacks Destiny. Is it justified? Hassan Piker lost the plot. Oh, I remember that. That was when Hassan was like saying that like streaming is harder than like a normal 9-to-5 job. That actually made me angry. Keffels is quitting YouTube. So yeah, like I covered a lot of this stuff, and then old thumbnail style from before that. Dude, I wonder if I would have blown up from like just continuing to do these types of streams. You know what I mean? Are you Team Hassan or Team Destiny? Neither. I don't like either of them. I think they all suck. I think that all like the big three, Vosh, Destiny, and Hassan, I think that they're all fucking terrible. I don't like any of them. Keffels backstabs Vosh and Tipster. Oh yeah, when she like threw them under the bus. Dude, I forgot about that. It's like, oh, okay, so like the reason that you're like shitting on Vosh isn't because like you have like a moral issue with what he did, right? Like you haven't gained any new information. You've just changed your position because you realize how inconvenient it is, right? Like because at this point, when Keffels had done this whole like 180, right? It was like already obvious that Vosh was like not gonna be somebody, like he wasn't gonna have a chance at like coming out looking good, right? So then she was like, oh fuck, I gotta dissociate it and remove personal accountability, right? Whereas like this is when I started like way the fuck prior, like before I knew how it was gonna pan out. When I did this, when I started criticizing Vosh, I didn't know how the fuck it was gonna go, right? Like I had already fucking alienated the anti-Vosh people with these two streams, right? And then it's like, oh fuck, now I'm like alienating the pro-Vosh people for the sake of intellectual honesty, and it's like, fuck. I mean, in hindsight, I guess I made the right move, but like there was no way that I could have known that. So I was just like, fuck, I'm not gonna lie though. Keffels is off grid, yeah. Yeah, I don't know what the fuck happened to Keffels after Mudahar made the video and, you know, she complained because the thumbnail is transphobic. It's like, no, Just a Worm draws all of the thumbnails that way. Like, you're not addressing any of the actual arguments. You're not addressing anything that's actually in the video. Like, what are you doing? But yeah, I think that yeah, that's weird, man. I gotta do more drama slop videos or whatever. More drama slop content horizontally. Because I feel like the whole algorithm and dead channel maxing, like I could easily get way over 23 concurrents with a horizontal stream. Like easily. Right? This is less than I would get in a horizontal stream. Like this format doesn't work very well anymore. It was really sad. It was like really effective for the longest time. And it's just like kind of a dead medium now. I'm still gonna do it and experiment with it, but I'm thinking that this whole algorithm maxing, dead channel maxing, lettuce maxing thing, whatever the fuck you want to call it, at the end of the day, like, I guess you could say it's 3 separate series, but it's been one big arc with like a few like sub arcs. But I think we're at a point now where the benefits of doing exclusively vertical live stream content are completely outweighed by the longevity of doing either horizontal content or both. So I'm probably going to do some of each. So, because I kind of like what I was doing for a while. It's just like I was not incentivized at the time. Like if you look here, right? Like there were like some where like I'd make a thumbnail. I think I made this thumbnail after the fact. Where it was like, if you look at the difference, like the discrepancy in views, like it was crazy back then, right? Like 400 views for a horizontal stream, 14K, 7K for vertical, 700, and it just like that discrepancy kept increasing. So I just like was like, well, fuck, there's like no point in doing these like horizontal streams anymore. Yeah, it doesn't pick up new subs like the way it used to. So I think we're gonna have to do this original because this original strat made sense until I saw the numbers of not doing it, of just like focusing on like this, and like because I saw like what these numbers were like, I'm like, well, fuck, 55,000 views on a stream, that's crazy, right? And I got a bunch of subs, 76K views on a stream, like these were crazy numbers. And I was like, what do I get if I do a horizontal stream? And it's like, okay, 1K, all right? It was a lot less. And like I tried seeing, okay, I'll do a few more, and it was just not worth it at the time. But I guess as the landscape of YouTube changes, I too have to change. I can't do the same thing over and over again and expect different results. I'm not gonna get these 130,000 view vertical streams anymore. Like 3 streams in a row where I get over 100K views. Sorry, hold on, what the fuck? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 streams in a row where I had gotten over 100,000 views, right? That's never going to happen again, right? It's just not realistic. If I were to get even just like 10 streams in a row with over 10K views, I'd be lucky. So you're at 48.9K? Yeah. I've been hard stuck at 48,000 subs for a long time now, just because like it doesn't do the same thing in the algorithm. Which is unfortunate, but that's just sort of how it works. I guess I rode the wave. So what does this mean for the future of the channel? Well, I'm not sure. Does it mean that I'm going to go back to the exact same content that I made before? Not necessarily. I mean, to an extent, maybe, in some regards. Like, I'm going to do more horizontal streams. I'm going to do what I used to do and make a thumbnail for a lot of them, right? I'm going to do, like, the whole back and forth thing. But I'm still going to do streams like this. So what I'm thinking of doing is topic-oriented streams where I have, like, a docket and, like, a pre-prepared topic ahead of time. I'm going to do horizontally, right? So I prepare ahead of time. I make a thumbnail. I know what segments I'm going to do, right? Most of that is going to be horizontal streams, right? For just chatting, I'm going to do that vertically. I'm going to have it be called Chill Trans Girl Stream. It's going to be a vertical stream. It's going to be like this format, right? And we'll see how it goes. So I think tomorrow is the first day I come back to horizontal streaming. And what I'm also thinking of doing is maybe at least 1 stream a day still, if not 2, right? So I'm going to be streaming for longer, hopefully. I think it will also like help me sort of compartmentalize it in my brain, where it's like, rather than being like, oh fuck, I got to do like an 8-hour stream. It's like, okay, I got to talk about YouTube drama for 3 hours, then I'm going to just chat for 5 hours, right? It feels like a little bit of a less daunting task at that point. What if I kidnap 300,000 people and make them watch your videos? That'd be awesome. Yay, multiple daily streams. Yeah, we'll see. We'll see. It's not gonna be a daily. It's not gonna be the case that daily we do multiple streams. Like some days are gonna be like this. We're like, okay, I'm not doing multiple streams at once. But my goal is to make a lot of content, and I'm hoping that we get at least 1 horizontal and 1 vertical stream in. So, yeah, we'll see. We'll just have to see. I'll have to figure some shit out, and yeah. Anyways. I don't know, what do you guys think about that plan? Do you think it sounds like a good plan, a bad plan? I'm excited for horizontal streams. Yeah, me too, me too. I wonder if one of the reasons is that my content died in the algorithm. I wonder if I've gotten complacent. Have I gotten lazy and complacent? I feel like I stream less and it's like not as high effort as it used to be. Whereas I feel like when I was like grinding out the horizontal streams for like barely any viewers, like that felt like so much more effort. Whereas like this felt like riding a wave until the wave died. You know what I mean? But I feel like you have to be able to do both. I feel like you can't just do one or the other. I feel like you have to know when to ride the wave. And I think I'm at a point now where, well, the wave is dead. we rode the wave. Now it's time to grind again. You could also grind on the wave, and that's sort of what I did as well. But sometimes it's demotivating once you start reaching the end of the wave and, you know, you get incentivized to start a new stream, and it's like, oh, fuck, I don't want to do, like, a bunch of different vertical streams when it's like I'd rather just be in one VOD and it's like the same content. It's like some arbitrary cutoff point where you just like start losing viewers, and it's like, I don't know, it's a lot. It's a lot. But what I'm hoping happens is that like people, like maybe new viewers enjoy the just chatting stuff, and then maybe they watch the VODs for like the topic oriented stuff that's horizontal. And then because it gives them context, they're more likely to watch other drama content that I do when it's live. I don't know. We'll have to see. We'll have to see. Buy Hawk to a coin. That's a good idea. I agree. You need to do more twirls to bring the Simpson. True. I do. You're right. I'm going to do 2 for the most recent dono, because I know technically didn't. That's for a dono that I got over an hour ago. Because, yeah. Why not? Because I didn't do anything, because I was in the middle of a segment. Anyways. Make Femyoz coin? I agree. I will, dude, imagine. Becoming a crypto scammer? Dude, easy W. Better late than never? Yeah. If I do like a... Fuck, I don't know. If I do a stream about Chud Logic, I genuinely don't know how many concurrent viewers it'll get. Because, like, my core audience doesn't really care about commentary for the most part at this point. Like, my core audience is so different from what it used to be. I don't know. I feel like my core audience is, like, not as acquainted to, like, the drama stuff. I don't know. We'll see. We'll see. I also want to do more debates. Fuck. Do I do debates in, like, a horizontal or vertical format? I don't know. I'm going to try both for debates. That's, like, another type of content I want to do. IDK about Mr. Chud, but I'd watch it anyway. Let's go. I think the type of content would be more likely to pull in more frequent viewers in your just chatting streams. Oh, interesting. Well, I think it would do both. I think it would do both. It's hard to say. It's hard to say. I don't know what would pull in more. Actually, yeah, you could be right. That actually might pull in more viewers to like the just chatting stuff. Just because people that stick around are generally going to stick around for my personality. Right? They could watch anybody talk about the same topic, right? But if they want to watch me specifically talk about the topic, right? And that's like, that's already a good thing. Our last debate has been on my mind a lot lately, really? I haven't thought about that in a long time. I don't know. I feel like debates do well in the shorts algorithm, so I don't know. We'll have to see. We'll have to see. I don't know. Because I do want to experiment as well with like the whole shorts algorithm thing. So we're going to still do some segments in shorts, but only if it's like some like, I don't know, like easy to pick up. Like if it's not something you need to know like a bunch of details going into it or like have shit explained to you. Like if you can just like for instance, when me and Sabrina were beefing with each other, like it was perfectly fine to do that vertically simply because like she's like always saying crazy shit. So it's like if you're a new viewer, like even if you don't know what's going on, it's like, oh my God, that person's insane. I want to stick around. You know what I mean? I might take you up on your offer. Oh, to teach you debate? Yeah, maybe. Maybe I'd be yeah, that could be interesting. Debate Sabrina? I don't think she wants to debate me, but I'd be more than willing to. I'd be more than willing to. But yeah. Anyways. With that being said, I hope you all enjoyed, and yeah, smash like, subscribe if you haven't already, if you want to see more content, and yeah, I will see you all in the next one. Peace out, everybody. I'm gonna go make a docket for tomorrow's stream. Tomorrow's gonna be a big day for stream. We're gonna do our first big horizontal stream in a long ass time. Who knows? Maybe we turn it into a video. I don't know. Who knows?